are you just happy to see me? And let's just say I was ready to get this butt-naked bath action on, but she was all like, oh babe, one more thing, I need you to ride Rebecca all the way into bumfuck Kalamazoo to scout out some zone full of mobs that will easily invert your asshole if they see you.
Yeah.
And I promise we can hot springs and chill. But when I finally get back from that week-long trip, she has the goddamn nerve to tell me this.
I'd wait until you are a bit stronger if
I tell this bitch to go on the whatever podcast and talk about how her bad breath...
Oh god, bro, like... There are so many fucking clips of this podcast. I see this shit all of the time. On fucking, clips.
About how her bad breath 4 out of 10 ass with the personality of a literal NPC meets a 6-foot man who makes 100 gold per hour and parses like Ompy.
That's a lot.
Boy, just say so.
Then I shove some steroids in my ass just to show her what she's missing and let Howard know his dad is gonna be no one's bitch. Thankfully I have some boys who know how to distract me from heartbreak.
Find Gortesh and chop off his fat head.
Murder baby, so I
Oh yeah, I remember this guy. This is the guy, he would one-shot people. Is he even gonna struggle with this at all?
Over to
because yeah, this boss was really hard.
He's not even an elite, so this will be a walk in the park. But according to my research, that's not the case for everyone. But Rab the Avatar has the tools for every situation.
Explosive sheep. He's RP walking.
Turns out this particular Serta mattress logo was feeling timid, so I chose the backup plan, which was to deploy a mini ice skating rink. Tell Howard to stay focused on giving that ogre a vasectomy while I make the little butt buddy play the most annoying game of Rundown. Gortesh was now looking like Nick Avocado fell asleep sunbathing at the beach while...
Yes.
Yeah? That's one way to put it, right?
I just had to aim one shot to deal with his butt buddy.
Oh my god.
And while I pride myself on stellar RP, I struggled with this one.
Chop off his fat head.
Oh, good one.
So I sporked his skull, and seeing his noggin up there reminded me of something dank I had.
Ooh.
And sure enough, by the end of it I was like Donovan who? Anyways, I had to venture into the plague lands, which I had been warned are quite deadly.
See, this is the dangerous shit. Like, the plague lands, I think, have, like, the most risks that players wouldn't immediately understand. Like, the mobs that, like, do explosions, the fire mobs, and then you have, like, the spirits that root you. And then you have, like, the red blood that if you click on it, the mobs that are elite will spawn and kill you. It has way more bullshit than, like, any other zone that, like, a person who doesn't know a lot about the game would immediately fall victim to and die.
Had a population I wasn't having issues as I was using new abilities to dehydrate these shooters only to stand and laugh at how utterly useless they are without mana. And as I'm reading the coveted tomato soup from the first bar in front of a food stand.
And that's the thing, that's the reason why everybody does this, is because, like, the quest experience is so good, but, like, the quests are actually really hard.
Thinking this game's too easy, but that all changed when I hit up my homegirl Janice for a little ghostly loot grabbing session as a rebound point, but she's like, I'm on period, and actually I need you to grab my tampons from the barn next door, and I'm thinking for fuck's sake, okay, and not knowing what jealous exes will do in their gardens and menstrual kit, I sent Howard and expecting one or two
Yeah, that's about right. That's fucking right. Uh-oh. He'll be fine.
I didn't expect to get rear-ended by a blue city die over just 4 minutes.
That is a lot of fucking... That's 5 mobs.
This spawn was hyper and I had to run.
Yeah. There you go, there you go. Look at that target dummy, that's smart.
Senate meet and greet, so I steered clear of that, and then I called Howard back knowing if I just left him there I'd get...
See, this is what I was telling you guys, like, this area is so fucking dangerous.
For racism, if we scramble
57? Well, if that happened to me, I quit the game.
You all the way back to Cold Ridge Valley if you aren't careful, and that's when I realized this is when the game gets hard.
Yeah.
I decided to take it slow when I came back only to hear this. So I hurried up, grabbed a tissue dildos and looked at the first farm was down. Numero 2 was a bit different as some guy was there making the rest of us look bad, but his name was Sasha Volkov.
Well, we all know he's not selling gold.
I had to do something.
Yeah. If you're not a bot, give me 10 gold. True. No? Oh, bro. Reforged.
That said, the mobs was dedicated to all infections to the point where every time I sat down to drink, he would shit all over me, so I was like, okay, we'll report a potty around here.
Yeah, you gotta click on that, you get the key.
To realize it was occupied with
Yeah.
someone lying in there. And I'm thinking what a shitty no unintended spot for someone to get hit with the emergency support queso shots, but at the end of the day Howard made it in so I knocked again only for the dude dropping a piece to get defensive and come out swinging.
Oh,
which is a
yeah.
situation I've never been in before, but
I
we
forgot
took
all
care
about him
business
coming
so
out of
Howard
there.
could take care of his and we were done with the second.
Holy
On three
shit.
featured things that tried to turn me and Howard into dead bitch possible.
Yeah, see, there's the three, dude, this is what I was telling you guys about. Like, this zone is fucking, like, it is so punishing. It is insane how hard this zone is.
Obstacles, but outside of me having to dry hump the soup pot to be able to click on it.
To
that
death
was smoother
strap,
than
yeah.
a dolphin dick and I was ready for the last. This one hit wailing horrors that made me hit for literally less damage than
Yeah,
I
see?
did well before my balls dropped back at
Jesus
level 1 and the
Christ.
second I went to slurp those SpaghettiOs.
They all
Everyone and their
attack, yeah.
undead uncle wanted
Yep.
to tickle my taint, but after a bit of chaos Howard and I successfully drank chili from all 4 farms.
See, this
in
is the problem, right? It's like if this dude wasn't a hunter, and if he, like, so this guy, Rav, obviously has something that a lot of people that play Classic don't have, which is a functioning monitor. So he's able to see these threats and then react to them. Obviously, a lot of Classic players don't have that luxury. So obviously, it's a bit of a different thing than a brain. Yeah, but I mean, like some Classic players, I mean, they have a brain because they'll talk about politics, but they don't know how to play the game. They know everything about how the election in 2020 was stolen, but they know nothing about their 3-button rotation. That's just a Classic WoW player. That's how it is.
Plaguelands. Then I'm about to let Howard piss all over some outcast script when I run into 2 Duratar douches with thrall dick on their breath, and even though I know they don't speak the same language, I let them know how it's gonna go down as I nab the tag and prep a kiting split full, only to be reminded that I'm apparently the only toxic asshole that has played too much League of Legends as they clear the quest for me. They tell me jokes, I laugh, and like a foreign hooker that you busted a nut after 2 pumps. We share an inexplicable bond over a memory we had together without ever being able to communicate.
What a bunch of nice guys. Yeah, it's so good. What's this?
Anyways,
wait,
a time
what the fuck? I don't know what this is about Rep Paladins. I feel like I'm gonna just let y'all know. If I see somebody who's a Rep Paladin in Classic, I assume they're an idiot. Because it's bad. They're fun? How can it be fun if they're bad? Yeah,
Anyways,
they're
a
bad.
time fetish midget tells me she needs a yearbook from the local town hall, and all I will need to do is clear through the zone that killed one of our guild's best speed running hunters a few weeks
Christ,
back.
I remember seeing that.
What?
Ouch.
I thought what's the worst that could happen as the first mob I attacked turned into 4, as they apparently were all butt fucking each other inside of one of their pixels, but
Yeah.
luckily they were green. Howard was mean and this pull
It's like a little
but
patrol.
little did I know of the dangers ahead.
Damn, bro.
A bony 4-pack with
Dude, there's no way you're gonna try to solve the Raj the Summoner quest. Like, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? No, that's the worst idea I've ever heard.
He felt strongly against me getting into the school to grab the yearbook.
Yeah, that is insane. You want to kill the acolytes because they heal.
And I was ready to Amazon Prime me an easy button because this game is a cakewalk, but then the second heal
Yeah,
Howard
see, that's
dropped
the
and all
heal.
of a sudden I was sweating like a
See,
blind.
that's the thing is, like, there's all these little things, like, who the fuck knows that these random level 56 mobs heal in Western Plaguelands? Well, I do, because I played the game a long time. But, like, Classic WoW, like, this is why I was saying that, like, this zone is so hard, is that it's, like, all these, like, little fucking, like, minor things will come together and they will fuck you.
Lesbian at a fish market.
Uh-oh.
Howard was going down, so I
Heal him.
planted a face on a stick in the ground, knowing if he died
That's a
I'd be
searing
more
blow,
out of
too.
luck
That's
than the son of a
dangerous.
stripper on Father's Day as I kept
Bro, like,
fighting
he's,
back.
he's cutting it really fucking close, man. The pet's almost dead. He's at half health. He hasn't used his potion, and he's got a searing ghoul on him. Holy fuck.
I managed to weave Howard in and out of the fight to keep him alive, and all I had to do was keep running, but the temptations to go back in that have killed many men.
What was he thinking, man? What in the fuck was he thinking? I don't even know.
Before me took over, and I greeted thinking I would be fine.
Okay, he's almost...
I feigned knowing I was under 10%, but I couldn't see my health, and one flaming hot Cheetos queef out of Red Randy here, and I'd die, so I chugged the Kool-Aid and just barely
There you
survived.
go, that's a
what
potion. Jesus, bro, I would be so stressed out.
Tragedy.
Oh my god, that is... Dude, look at that. Pet was at 35 health? Holy shit.
I wasn't
That's way
leaving
too
anything
close,
up
yeah.
to chance anymore as I researched which yearbook was correct, and after going full-blown detective,
Yeah,
I found
for
the
real.
one with the shit stain on it and told Crony I'm not doing another single thing
Yeah,
for her
fuck
entitled
off.
time-traveling ass, but it turns out I wasn't the only hunter who had a close call that day, and others weren't as lucky.
Jesus.
What? Did Ampy just die? This is our best
Oh
player.
yeah, I remember this
No!
one.
No! No! Oh!
Jesus.
And I may not know what he needed
That
to
was
kill that
sad.
mob for or what it does, but it was going to be my new mission to avenge him.
I'm gonna be honest, like, that's a big dick move to try to fight that mob.
Attention gamers. Previously on my hardcore WoW journey to 60, I reached a level that only 3% of players get to without dying, which left me feeling lonely. So I simped for a thick chick NPC that was mid at best, who led me on and left me feeling inferior.
Yeah, dwarf
Wait
dwarf
until
females
you
aren't
are a
that
bit
hot.
stronger.
I'm
So
gonna
I
be
sought
honest.
out to prove my manlyhood by slaying bald, sunburnt diabetics, bossing around horde players, and drinking tomato soup out of the deadliest cauldrons on the continent with some
Naturally.
close calls. Tragedy then struck our
Insane
guild as our
fucking close
best
calls.
player, my rival slash dad, died, and the world was now
Jesus.
relying on me to avenge him. It turns out
I'm gonna be surprised if he pops one of these off. Because these guys are no joke.
these zombie abusers aren't just walking around, and there's a series of sweaty, sexless steps that a level 60 has to do just
Yeah,
to
3 of
summon
the
one, so
gear.
my plans to get
Oh,
myself and others killed would have to wait
It's
until
fucking
later, as I
annoying.
had other things to do first, like film my music video to promote my new mouse pads.
Ooh. Mouse pads.
This one's for all the dead homies out there going again.
What? Rav the Rapper and Bacon Beats.
Let's get it. You just died for the 7th time in Hillsbrad. You could blame Miz, but you know you just need a new mouse pad. But the market's just filled with trash quality
Oh my
you would
fucking
vendor,
God.
so I made my own. It's just for every race, class, and gender. The design is so
Jesus.
fine with my very famous swan. The material is imperial, it's sick like bacteria.
That's
My art
actually really
supports
cool.
artists. None of that AI shit. After all, they
Hey,
work.
wait. This is fucking cursed.
After all, they work the hardest. They deserve to get their split. Now to those who've asked how to support me as a streamer. The best way is to rub your mouse on Stitch's femur. You'll never need an
Oh.
upgrade, cause this shit is overpowered. And now each and every one of you can slash Pat Howard.
Jesus
This type
Christ.
of quality will sell fast, no doubt. It's a one-time sale.
That looks
so buy
really
one
nice.
before
He's got
they're
a nice
sold out.
desk,
And
too.
for the few remaining League of Legends users, I added one design for you hard-stuck losers. Rav
Wow.
out.
That's actually fucking cool. Holy
As I
shit.
got closer to level 60, some
W
events
ad.
in my past started to come full circle.
I need to get
Turns
one.
out testing every soup kitchen in the Plaguelands had me walking around like Goldilocks was my bitch, and there was no such thing as a pot I wasn't gonna risk my life to
Just go
drink
get
out
it.
of. But it turns out these man-bear pigs have a social aggro range on par with Taylor Swift, so I had to take them out Rav the Rapper style.
That was really good. Like, do y'all remember whenever Meat Canyon did the video about Taylor Swift? And, like, all of his replies were these, like, Taylor Swift 12-year-old girls that were copy-pasting, like, wingdings from Microsoft Word. And it was supposed to be, like, a curse that would make him turn into a leprechaun or something. You guys remember that shit? That was a crazy week, wasn't it? Whoa, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he's got full buffs. He got full buffs. Doesn't make a difference. Just kill everything. There it is. Get him out of here. That's the way hunters are. Look at that.
I then had to
Holy
visit my
shit.
bitch of an internet GF that used me in the past, so I gave that hoe some of my mystery goo, which to no surprise made her want me, as she promised she would
Naturally.
change if I did one last thing for her, which turned out to be another one of these where's fucking Waldo Golden
Oh, Jesus. Bro.
whose chases through Carmen Sandiego's Taint
Bro, are
escort
you
quest, but unlike
fucking
my
kidding
failures in
me?
the basin of Arathi, I actually found the male men this time.
Oh
And while-
yeah, this one isn't that hard. I got that. That's easy to find him.
I told her some
just
bullshit
on the
lie about
road.
how I took them out for her. I actually made a deal with them behind her back so that the next time she starts her breakup speech,
I do think it's best that we put a stop to it before it gets out of hand.
her heart will
Yep.
be the one that's literally broken you. Ha ha ha.
That's the way it goes.
Until those albino pigs pussied out at the last minute.
Attack her.
Anyways, one of Shrek's turds with too much makeup on told me her friend showed her a video about. Anyways, one of Shrek's turds with too much makeup on told me
Yeah, pretty much.
her friend showed
Yeah,
her a
actually.
video about two girls and a cup, and now she wants to get back at them for not
Right.
being able to eat ice cream out of a martini glass without dry heaving. And while I wanted to be like, wow, nice first world problems, bitch, I needed the experience, so I agreed
Naturally.
to let my brain rot in a cave asking these abominable snowmen if they can pretend that pristine horns actually exist in this game. I got so bored that
I don't know why, but hearing the word pristine horns, it raised my agitation level. Yeah, I didn't remember that. Like, holy fuck.
let some dementia-ridden Papa Soda fan account talk
Yeah.
my head off to pass the time. Until 6 birthdays later I got the loot. He said this
Wow.
and I deemed it time to outplay that mechanic.
Whoa, wait,
I
wait,
give
wait.
Shrek
What was this guy?
later
What was
I
he?
got
So,
the
wait,
loot.
what's this idiot saying? So is there a prize, Aura? I thought you were about to ignore me, XD. So is there a prize, Aura? And he says no. Should I just shut the fuck up?
Fan account talked my head off
He
to
says
pass the
get to
time.
leveling.
Until 6 birthdays later I got the
He
loot.
says, I mean, I
said
have other characters. I am also in Roach Out. Oh, is he? Should we kick him out of the guild? I think we should kick him out of the guild, guys.
this and I deemed it
Yeah.
time to outplay that mechanic. I give Shrek's little bastard her grocery list and she was like, dank, now prepare for the craziest prank on these fucks you've ever seen, and then I quote,
Come back and tell me what happened.
turns out these reactions were more flaccid than a Viagra addicted dick, and while I was thinking this was hardly payback for making this Botox toddler watch 2 girls 1 cup, I am not one to lie, so I told her the reactions were lame, but I said it's okay if she lets her dreams of being a prankster die, at least she can
Amy
blame
Schumer quality stuff. That's rude. That's bad, man. That's fucking sad.
80% of that death on Ms. Kit. Anyways, my guide was now telling me to abandon my next quest, and I was about to until I saw who would find out if I quit, so for some reason
Oh,
I
this
felt
one's so easy, bro. This guy's an elite, but he's a joke.
the urge to not
He's a
abandon it.
joke.
Turns out the parental controls on Rested XP were just looking out for my well-being, as a level 59 boss elite with 2 patrolling butt
7,000
buddies is
health.
just a death clip marinating in dumb
He could do it.
decisions, but that
He could do
basic
it.
bitch Donovan
He can
needed
easily do it, bro. He's got ZG and he's got Dragon Slayer. Bro, this is gonna be no problem for him.
to know what she was missing out on.
This is no issue at all. Just kill the non-elites, and then after that you can heal. It'll be totally fine. It won't even, guys, it won't even be close. See that? Killing the second mob. Kiting that one. Ooh. Good slow motion. Yeah, this is no problem. Like, this one's super joke. There it is. There it is. And like, I think he does a heal and a lightning bolt. Oh, I forgot about the frost shock.
Inventory is full.
Jesus Christ. I remember this dude always used to drop Winterfall Firewater, I think.
And it all added up when I looted a damn love letter off dead Captain Cucksuck's corpse. She acting distant with me all this time was because she was seeing someone. His army pulling back from our arrangements to murder her suddenly made sense. She was cheating on me, and now I'd finally get my closure
Can't
by
trust
telling
these
her
hoes.
good luck sucking a dead man's dick, you little thick muppet. But there comes a time in every man's life where it's time to grow up and start acting like an adult. So I decided to spend the next 3 hours of my life playing hide and go seek with a bunch of people on a video game, and the rules were simple.
This is the lowest roll, is our first seeker. Everyone type it now. Go for it.
What in the hell?
Rav rolled a 2.
Rav. Ooh, what an idiot.
I think it's
Ooh,
actually
what an
Rav.
And if you
idiot.
think for a second that Rav the Avatar isn't also the LeBron James of hide and seek, I've got news for you.
You cannot move wherever you are.
No,
Who is that? Oh, who is that?
Jay the Bard. Oh, shit.
Oh, who is that? That was pretty sneaky.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
Track humanoids. Oh, bro, he's cheating. You're right. Oh, man. Because he got names on.
362. Super, you're out. Oh.
You know, every time that I see somebody underwater, in water in Classic WoW, I just assume that they're about to die.
Oh my god.
He didn't cheat, he had UI off? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna go under there and
Okay. Names and UI were off. That's smart. What an idiot.
Oh my god.
Wow. He's just standing there.
That's fucked up.
Oh, he's using Eagle Eye?
Rav has been seeking for 2 minutes now.
let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. No, no.
Oh my god.
That's what I say.
Yes, I
Bro,
found
he's
40
been
people
finding... Jesus.
in under 3 minutes. They were so impressed that someone even gave me 50 gold by the end, and just
Don't
to
dying.
show how hard this was. Annie was taking so long as the Seeker in round 2. Papa Soda had to say this.
We're gonna have to somehow speed this up because we are
Jesus Christ. Damn, that sucks.
cutting into the scavenger hunt time at this point.
But in her defense, it's
sucks.
because I was just as much of a Giga Chat on the hiding side as I went nuts to Butts Pixel Orgy with my doppelganger NPC, to the point where anyone would think us two are one, and it's just typical classic WoW code at work.
That's so fucking stupid, I bet it works. That's so fucking stupid.
But I also had Howard playing mind games with her.
Now,
Wait, is that Howard?
Is Howard? Pet Howard.
Oh.
That's Howard. Howard, you're out.
Howard, dismiss Howard.
And when she went inside, she clearly didn't find me because all she would see is this.
Oh my god. How is he so good, man? Jesus.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
that's what the
Howard.
server's called.
How is
You're
that
gonna
even
have to tell
possible?
me. Where's the owner? Just sniff in that direction. Oh, this way? Oh, what? He disappeared.
Oh.
Oh, he's invisible.
Who's the main character? Yeah,
Howard.
Howard's back.
Howard's back. Howard's gone again?
I was one of only 2 people left, and even though my Howard mind games would lead her right to me, I was perfectly hidden, until this NPC decided to take his first fucking steps in the history of his existence just to blow my cover.
Oh, man. Like, what? I didn't even know he moved. Since when did this guy move around? Are you kidding me?
There's no way. There's no way.
I've never
You gotta click him.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Who is it? Oh, you had him. You had him. You got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. I've never seen that dude move.
As we were walking up the rabbit, some filthy suspicious.
He hired a guy to talk to him so he would stand still. Oh my fucking god.
The rabbit, some filthy suspicious.
This is outrageous. Oh yeah, this one's easy. This one's easy. He does do the
Now you're
knockback.
probably wondering how I got here. You see, I learned with the original hardcore add-on has a bunch of challenges where you have to defeat certain bosses or quests before certain levels to not status, and there are apparently only 2 that stud muffins like myself are required to do before 60.
Yep.
The first one I
He already
am
killed his
accomplished
ass.
when I killed the polar bear
This is
pegging
easy.
my XGF, which left
is
just
easy.
death class. The final achievement in hardcore that kills many level 59s trying to achieve such a feat.
Jesus, what an idiot, bro. Level 59.
So I was going to do it by
I'm so sick of hunters. I'm actually so tired of them being in the game.
Much.
I just, this is fucking bullshit, man.
The first step was to take this big bug and his erect tail boner on a walk away from his little honey hive, and those simps then you're probably thinking I just kited,
He kited the ads
all
away.
the way to town where I would make some underappreciated city guard do my hardcore achievement for me. Found the avatar, so I chose to make it RP walk instead. Until those pincers got way too close to my puckered ass cheeks, so I tagged out into
What the fuck are you doing?
to give
What
me a
the
little
fuck
space,
are
and
you
you're
do-
probably thinking I learned my lesson and will just
Oh
kill
my
him off,
God.
but who would I be if it weren't for soloing the most deadly hardcore
You know, after I
achievement?
see this stupid fucking shit, I feel like, you know what? Maybe he did deserve to die on the Onyxia quest, you know? Like, this guy is courting death.
With my scrotum flailing in the wind
The
RP
entire
walking away
time.
from a boss that can one-shot me, so I generously let him
Second
clear
one-shot.
his bucket list item of making a short nude dwarf jump just before passing away, and with that, all the challenges I needed to accomplish before 60 were over, and there was only one more thing on my mind.
Oh my god.
Damn it, we pulled another
You
one.
gonna try and kill this guy? Dude, this is such a mistake.
Resist.
This is such a fucking mistake, man. There's no way you're...
My research on avenging this death consisted of me asking a random geared to the tits hunter how I can make big fire boy spawn, to which she wrote me an entire PhD dissertation, to which I was like, hey, let's test run this bitch together, but I clearly didn't know what I was dealing with.
Ooh, that's a red boy. He doesn't have that much health. Like, he has the same amount of health as the Scorpion did. Bro, is this guy gonna die? Oh my god, is he... He says, oh my fucking
So after
god.
almost getting another player killed, I realized some battles are not meant for Rav the Avatar, and Ompi's death wasn't mine to avenge. Without Ompi himself by my side.
He
So
went again?
with one kill away
Oh
from
my
level
God.
60, we sought out to make history.
It's time to master the final element.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
This is a fucking. Uh-oh, bro.
Yep. He says summon it.
Oh no.
He's gonna have another mob on him. Whoa.
We got a Geomancer in the mix.
Dude, they've got
This is exactly what happened to Hunter Dad.
Whoa, the Devil Star Eye. Damn.
And some may say this was a poetic ending
Holy
to
shit.
an epic journey, and to that I just want to say, we're
Wow.
just getting started.
Oh my fucking god. Buy my mouse pad so you can pet Howard. Holy fucking shit. Bro, like, this series, like, the thing is about it is, like, he takes so many, like, just absolutely dumb fucking risks. Like, some of the worst risks that I've ever seen. Like, how does a person do this? Are you fucking insane? Last one. Oh, we'll watch the last one maybe tomorrow or the next day. We're not going to watch all of them today. I'll save the last one for maybe then. But holy fuck, man. Yeah, and he survives. Yeah, he does the hardest mob that kills all of these people, and he takes off all of his gear and RP walks and does it. I guess that's what happens whenever you play League of Legends, man. It's some serious effort. It's all about comedic effect, and you're absolutely nailing the shit too. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like just the focus is on it being entertaining, you know? Like, I think that's one of the better things about the video series is it's just like so many absolutely fucking stupid things, and somehow it just works. It doesn't even matter. It just fucking works. Last episode will make you cry. You think so?
Attention gamers, previously on my hardcore journey. I took on the 2 hardest leveling achievements in the game by slaying an albino man bear pig who was pegging my internet GF and then bare naked kiting the deadliest scorpion in Azeroth with Rav Walk toggled on to prove that no hardcore element would be left unmastered. I teamed up with Ompi to avenge his previous character's death on my final kill before level 60 and vowed that the series wouldn't end until I defeated Ragnaros.
Ragnaros? Ooh. Ooh. Ouch. Yeesh. Death is permanent and you cannot be resurrected. Some guy's dancing on him.
Now to understand how this happened, I need to take you back to where we left off. I hit 60 and despite being
There it
showered
is.
with the server's praise, I knew that the more important ding level 60 was yet to happen. Similar
Oh,
to me
yeah, you
planning
have
an
to get
epic
Howard
last
to
kill,
60.
Howard had a poetic plan for his too, to get his final level killing off the ghosts of his relatives haunting their pig family. He was adamant on doing the work himself and refused to let me mob tag for him. We spent days in those plague lands until he was just 1 kill away.
Are you ready, Howard? You bet your ass off. Oh shit, he's going in. Wow.
His ding wasn't publicly advertised, but I made sure
Ding
to let him
60
know I was
bitches.
proud, and then throw him a party with some of Stormwind's finest baddies that I could find.
Damn. Oh my fucking god. So fucking stupid.
But it was at this time where everyone gathered for our pre-raid guild meeting because Papa Soda needed to make an important announcement.
Ooh.
I think I'm ready to show you guys the roster, show you all who is going to be in our first raid. It is subject to change. I worked on this last night with Ompi.
Yeah.
Hunters. We only have 2 hunters in this raid. The 2 hunters that we do have in the raid
It's
are
gonna be
going to be
Seer?
Dizzy and Rav.
This meant I had work to do in the
Ooh.
form of waking up and checking the mail, which was just full of surprises like my long-lost father trying
500.
to capitalize on my newfound fame
So
by
he's
finally
in.
coming back from the store years later with the milk.
Oh jeez.
But it also meant I had to do some honeydews in order to
Yeah,
unlock
you
the
gotta do the
raid,
work
which
now.
started with Sex Elf Robin Hood here, who was like, "Dog, we got a dragon problem and
Yeah.
you probably need to leech off of your guildies to kill some elites."
Yeah, they're
To
pretty
which
hard
I
to kill.
thanked them by taking the single fight that I beat them in DPS and posting it on
There it is.
online to
Chad
patronize
move,
their
yep.
tiny little damage.
Always
but I'm a real
posting
Sardarko
meters.
as a homie, and when I saw that an Egyptian Godzilla breeder tramp stamped his
Oh,
ass a
yeah.
few days later, I gave him the fattest 07 you've ever seen.
Ooh. Wow. Done.
But when I told
Deleted.
Robin Hood that we beat level 1 of Bloons Tower Defense Burning Steps Edition, he said we are gonna need backup from Stormwind, so I figured I would use my clout to get an appointment with the king himself, who was all like, whoa, 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 talk
That's
to
not
my
the king.
wife about that shit, who by the way turned out to be a total bitch.
Yeah,
I was
she is a
standing right
bitch.
next to you, imbecile.
She was all sus and then said only pussies would investigate further, which made me curious, so I spent an hour talking to just about every breathing creature in the Eastern Kingdoms until some drunk told me about
Oh,
some
yeah,
shit that
that
went
guy.
down in the mountain.
We were in the middle of Blackrock Mountain when the filthy animals attacked.
I grabbed some of the most
Oh
feared
yeah,
comrades I
you
could
gotta
find
get the
and we
guy
went
out
in.
of the cage.
We found the dude that was
Yep,
captured, but he
Marshall
was all
Windsor.
like, yeah, I give up this
Dude,
game.
this quest is hard.
Has sucked the soul out of me, and I was like, suit yourself, until days later I found a note that said the local McDonald's was bringing back the McRib, and all of a sudden the dude was
Feast on flesh.
I've never had a McRib in my life.
highly motivated to get out of there.
I've
We
never
escorted him as he unlocked all his friends, but he only seemed to talk to Fandy
Gross?
and thank
Yeah, I
her
bet
for
it
the help,
sucks.
and I'm thinking, hey Ferber, I have a pair of tits too, and just because no one is paying to see mine doesn't mean I'm not deep in this mountain's asshole saving you too, but long story short, we rescue him and he tells us to meet him in Stormwind in an hour for what will be some juicy ass drama. I decide while I'm here to get attuned to some floor that's
fancy.
molten, which involved trying to save 15 minutes of time on tunes that we committed 9 days of plague time to by trying to glitch our way through lava. And after failing
She getting hit too many times.
miserably at some practice.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna jump right before the red bar reaches the green vertical bar.
I figured what's the worst that could happen.
I love how there's people that, like, nobody really knows, even 15 years later, how to lava jump. Everybody, if you ask 10 WoW players how to jump in lava and not get hit, you're going to get 10 different answers. I actually think, by the way, the lava run is one of the coolest things in Classic WoW. I love this. Yeah, just agreed. It's just so good. Oh, we're getting a little bit too close.
Anyways, it was now time for me to find out the drama that our prison breakneck rib lover was about to reveal.
What's this?
He said the queen has some Shrek turns into an ogre dragon at midnight shit going on.
Bro, this guy, dude, he says, yeah, this bitch is a dragon.
And I wasn't going to be the one to
You
piss
say
on his
so,
parade.
dude.
We venture into the keep, and even though I personally had my doubts, I love to stir the pot, so I made sure she caught a few strays from me, but to my surprise, this conspiracy theory was true as shit, and half of the guard staff was apparently undercover.
Volvar's like, what
I ran
the
around
fuck?
trying to spread the word, but then I realized that if
stupid.
Rab the Avatar couldn't save Stormwind, no one could. My ego got in the way of listening to Howard, and even though I thought the Ravatar could help, there was one hardcore element I had yet to face. Death.
But it only hit him for 800.
Death.
He took 4 cleaves at the same time. I only saw 1.
I felt empty inside as my first thought
Fuck.
was what would happen to Howard.
That's what happened to him.
My second thought was how can I somehow
gone.
make money off of this?
If I'm in Molten Core with you on Saturday, you have to buy my mouse pad. I'll buy 2 and 1 for Russell. It's where he can put his plates.
And then my third thought was that I just died 2 days before raid, and the odds of me making it back in time were slim.
I can power level you, go again. There's no time. You can't get power leveled back all the way up there. Dude, I thought it wasn't possible. I'm going to be totally honest. I genuinely thought there was no way that you could do it. There's no way. It's not possible.
I just don't think that Rav's gonna hit 60 by the time we start our raid.
Just give up.
Unironically, the only way it's possible is either A, he takes hard drugs, or account shares. Because he has to play 24 hours a day.
And then that's also only getting level 60.
I'm kind of down to bet 500 that he won't do it by raid.
You also need to get attuned. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
But deep down I knew this was all part of my destiny.
Just give up. It's over. It is what it is.
And hundreds of Fangsley members were going to help me prove them wrong, so when Soda said this,
And I need him to tell me what he's going to do.
I only had one answer for him.
Only Fangsley? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Bombo. Oh yeah, I did this too. Holy shit, man. I joined Fangsley to show my appreciation. I'm honored to be in your ranks. Oh, fuck. The last service we'll give you. This is insane. Till we meet again, hour 25. There it is. Spamming those. Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Level fucking 50. Level from 49 to 50 in 7 minutes, 47 seconds. Just like it used to be back in 2006, guys. That's right.
In just over a day, Fangsley got me back to level 50, but now my fate would be in the hands of a midget named T-Team from Asmongold's Roach Girl to inform. Me that there was no backup plan for me if things went
If it expires, backup plans and I aggro, he says I won't. Damn.
wrong.
All right.
After being awake for 2 days straight at this point, I wasn't trusting my own
Big dick.
to avoid death, so I was absolutely not prepared for his goddamn Roblox obstacle course over elite mobs just to get to the next step in my journey.
Oh, got it. Okay, he made it. That's good. Oh my god. He actually got all the way in.
And before I could even process what just happened, little P3 head here was already telling me that one of my guildies died in the next step while giving me the most vague explanation of what he did wrong.
The other guy from your guild dies from it. Oh, you jumped down, you got icy. I see what happened. Okay.
But with it I had made it to the rock where I would sit for 10 minutes at a time in hopes of getting XP orgasms from him grinding raid mobs.
Damn.
And with 12 hours till raid and 2 levels to go, I accepted a bribe from Papa Soda to join back into the OnlyFangs guild.
Jeez, 6,000 gold?
That would be used for the final step of the journey.
Oh, yeah! All the beaches, I forgot about that. Yeah! Oh my fucking god. Level
And in a 34-hour marathon we had done it, and been granted our raid spot back, but there were still doubters.
I still don't think it's gonna make it to me, so what's the point of this shit?
Oh, bro. Bro, now that's coping. You know at this point he's coping.
He's gotta get the kill that
Yeah, yeah.
Little did he know that I would be walking by his side an hour later to achieve my achievement to the Molten Core. And while I had successfully ascended and grabbed the avatar, Howard could not complete the journey with me as he was still aware of my former death self. I asked his brothers and they informed me that only his ghost existed in the world while he himself remained tethered to his dead owner and rumors that his ghost could be found in the clothing. My friends and family located his body and supported me as I continued to fight by my side for the remainder of my journey.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I didn't even know you could tame one of those.
It was now time to finish my attunements, but we weren't out of the clear yet.
Fucking tell me if you got it.
Ooh, it's a little bit scary.
Kill the other guys in the back here.
Oh, wow.
The Arcanus
Oh, wow, this is bad. Jesus. Holy, oh no.
This is pretty much, guys. Listen, guys, we AoE them down.
Are you saying stay in?
I marked it.
Oh my god.
Everyone's...
I already pet you. I got scared.
I already pet you.
Okay, guys, do we all have Petries?
A few hours after hitting 60 I had to use a pussy potion just to survive the attunement, but no matter how
It's
little
just the way it is, you know?
sleep or how deadly the tasks were ahead of me, I had a death to avenge and a destiny to fulfill.
He's doing it again. Oh my fucking god. This is insane.
I need more money.
I bet somebody else is gonna get killed in the process of this. Somebody's gonna mess it up.
It's about time.
We're gonna be beneath your feet, sir. Bro, he walks past his old corpse. Oh, it's so good. Oh my fucking god. Actual weapon, yeah. snowballs at Anixia. Good one, guys. Yeah, backpedal away. Get the fuck out of there. Please let somebody die. He literally just petried it. I love that. Yep, he just petried. He's like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna happen.
And with that, I had overcome the final hardcore element, death. And it was
He
finally
is
time
avenged.
for what we had all been waiting for.
Oh my god.
Time is racing toward us till it is
Fucking
raid
wow.
time.
Shade the Bard, yeah.
If you learned mechanics,
Oh my
we just
god.
might survive. You're not ready for the raid, molten core. So pack up, go home, you're through. How could I make a raid out of you?
I still
The
can't
first
believe
boss was the bitch Onyxia.
I
who
still can't believe that they got all 40 people that were like primarily streamers to actually level to 60 in hardcore WoW. This is that's a really big accomplishment.
Sneaky Storm
That's
Sims
crazy.
killed my first character, and even though my heart had a beat faster than an EDM concert, the instructions were clear. Step on a crack, break your mother's back, and then
Yeah,
when
that's about
Purple
right.
Charizard takes flight, I bust a nut on all my cooldowns.
Huge damage. Crazy damage.
After the most intense 17 seconds, we were in the final phase, and to literally everyone's surprise, we had no deaths yet.
Stop damage, stop damage.
I was surprised.
We got it.
Good. Ooh.
That's it.
Easy life, baby.
Nice. We did it. Let's go.
2 minutes. 2 minute kill.
That was a fast kill.
But when my own performance was subpar, I had to channel my inner WoW player to find the cause.
Well, Hunters and Classic need buffed. Hunter DPS just feels really weak right now. Devs seem lazy. Damage meters, all warriors. Hardcore.
It was now
Tough
time
removed. Okay, yeah, it's about
for us
right.
to venture into the Molten Core and for me to use
The
the
mods
following
are
footage
warriors.
from my comprehensive guide on how to one-shot this place. The first boss, everyone turns their monitors off and jams a one-button rotation.
Yep.
At one point,
Nobody
Howard's ghost
AoEs.
was looking like he needed some loving, so I spent my fight mending his wounds. The second was a large dog who would occasionally get swollen, and us hunters would have to EpiPen him before he bit off a tank's head.
Yep.
Boss numero 3 was the
Easy
first
boss.
time I saw myself on the damage meters
Wow.
for a second before it disappeared and never came back. Gar was the first boss where people thought we'd have deaths, and it's because
Yeah, I thought Gar was going to be a killer because of just the way that the ads work.
every time one of his little sperm cells pieces out
Yeah,
everyone
I
around him.
was scared about this.
But we made it through with no deaths.
Damn. Oh,
The
quick
next
strike
boss
ring
had a
drop.
mechanic where one single person could kill everyone if they didn't get out of raid when they were marked.
Italian guy, living bomb, Italian guy. I'm calling it out. Italian guy, get out.
And all I'm saying is thank God no one was apparently listening to Soda, because his add-on broke and whispered every single person in raid that they were the target every time, even when they weren't. I then
Ooh. Oops.
had my few moments
Oops.
in raid to shine.
Want to pull it, but I also don't yet. Yeah,
I
we're
think
gonna
you can
pull.
thread the needle.
Rab, you want to try and thread that needle? Pull that core hound. You fucked this up. Oh god. Actually,
Massive bubble.
oh god. Okay, Adamax, you're bubbling. Adamax, you're bubbling. Yeah, this is me. I got it.
Jesus.
Rab.
That is
Pull it.
scary.
That's it, right there. Right in the
This
middle.
is ice in my veins.
Okay. Miz, you're tanking
Oh
it.
my
Miz, you're tanking
God.
it. Femboy hole bubble. Femboy hole bubble.
Before we spent 13 minutes talking about the next boss and then a total of 13 seconds killing him.
Holy shit, he's just melting.
Yeah, this boss
Fuck
is really
this.
easy to
Just
kill.
kill him.
If there's a mechanic on the next boss, it must have called in sick that day, because I wasn't even tabbed into the game for this one. But then the next Lava Lamp Gone Rogue raid boss had a job for me. I would have to get the attention of one of his lil slaves and bring them to a tank. The only problem was they got a glance of Fandy's tits, and for the life of me I couldn't distract it over. No one noticed.
Alright, just do damage.
We now had 2 bosses left, and I felt like things were going a little too smooth,
Yep.
so I had a plan. Ampy and I spent the next 15 minutes devising an evil plan where I would feign death during the next boss, and he would send out a raid warning saying that I had died. The whole thing was going to be dank as fuck until my feigned death decided to just not update.
Wait. He was gonna send out a notification that he. Oh my fucking god.
My frames, so we only got a taste of the reaction we were going for.
We're on Moon now, the last one, and that is it.
Yo, threat.
Rav?
Rav is dead.
What?
What?
Bro, the raid warning.
You're so
Finish the
dumb.
game. What's a raid alert? I don't know what that is.
He's not, is he?
He fucking died! Oh my god.
And then there was Rag.
What an idiot.
The final boss and the goal from day one of our guild, and while the others were strategizing and getting ready to min-max their DPS, I had my own plan for this fight.
Just attack him? Yeah, it's pretty easy. Ooh.
I fell in fire. We got someone low. We got someone real low. Group 5. Group 5. I'm coming back.
It's just doing nothing. Just sitting there doing nothing. Tetri the whole fight. Oh my god. Damn. Just Petri
And with
the
that,
entire
months
fucking
of hard
time.
work, sleepless nights, and gold spent by Fangsley and other viewers carrying idiot streamers like myself who barely lifted a finger, and we had done it.
Yep.
But in the midst of the celebrations, deep down I knew there was still one thing I had to do.
Oh god.
And there was only one way I could do it. I'd transfer my character so that I could come back to life and call him one last time. But I knew what had to be done. He was being extra clingy after having not been fed because while I was busy fulfilling my destiny, he was stuck back, tethered to a dead character who could no longer take care of him.
Damn.
I arrived at the spot that I had found him, his family around to welcome him back. I looked at him, and for one last time, I / Pat Howard.
Abandon. Damn. It's over.
So after what started from me asking to join a guild full of people who had no idea who I was,
Who is this Rav guy? Is it the League Rav guy? I don't know who the fuck Rav is.
I experienced the craziest leveling journey not once, but twice.
True.
I was welcomed by the most incredible community I've seen online, and I got emotional over a pig in a video game. And that is the story of Rav the Avatar. But what I didn't realize was that me letting Howard go was what I needed to release his ghost, and I immediately knew what this meant.
All right. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to another episode of Anything Else. Starting at 7:30 on time, as usual. What do we have here? Under the Biden regime, in 2022, conservative activist Roger Stone revealed that under the Biden regime, a satanic portal had opened up above the... Behind his desk, Trump's mood is buoyant. He yells, "Bring me the poison!" His basket of Starbucks. The noise is fucking with me. You have to solve this when I leave, okay? Okay, his basket of Starburst, Hershey's miniatures, Laffy Taffy, in Tootsie Rolls instantly appears. Okay, get the poison out of here, he says, taking 2 handfuls. Okay, I am becoming number 1 on the list. What is it? Here we go. I am the meme. I'm living the meme. It's like there's living the dream and there's living the meme, and it's pretty much. You're like,
wow. What do you think about that? I don't understand. I think he probably is autistic a little bit. You should have watched this. Well, it's like a 30-minute thing, but like if you watch this, it's like he seems to be autistic. This is probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen him do. Like there are times where they ask him a question, like something about Doge, like, you know, it's just like it's super bizarre to watch. It's easily the weirdest performance I've ever seen from him before. And I don't know if sunglasses and styles, but I think Cooper's dilating. That might be a little bit too.
he's
Time
just
to
so
consume.
fucking. He's so weird. Also, like, do you think so? At first, I thought Trump was going to get rid of this guy because so many people are saying like, "Oh, it's President Musk, etc., etc." But then I think that Trump, even though maybe not the smartest rock drawer, okay, like to say, even though that's not the case, I think he realizes I can use this to get a lot of my shit done, and he's going to take all the blame for it, which is actually pretty cool. And all I have to do is suck it up a little bit that people are going to say he's like actually in charge. Like right now, he's getting a lot of shit done, and he's like, hey, Elon, go do all these things, and then say you're doing these things, and I can just be like, well, you know, I trust Elon Musk, and he's doing it. So it's not like you don't have to be super high IQ to do it. So I feel like Musk is like, this is actually working out quite well. This gets all the blame, and then if it ever gets too bad, I can be like, I fired Elon, you know, I trusted him and he betrayed the trust of the American people, and moving forward I tell everyone not to be on X, to be on True Social. He is someone that has only been working for himself, etc. I feel like that's eventually what's gonna, like, he's a dude, he's dispensable, but Elon Musk is too autistic to know what's happening. He's here and he's like, oh yeah, this is something that's going to last for 4 years. Definitely.
I don't think Trump is capable of doing any 5D chess with literally anybody.
Yeah, but I feel maybe the people around him are. But it's not. This is not even 5D chess. This is just chess. It's not even chess.
I feel like it's more just like Elon bought X literally to get Trump elected, so now Elon has to have some part of the administration, and they both hate the government, so, and they're both like big meme lords, so fuck it. I think it's like that simple and that.
Yeah. But Trump is the guy. He will get rid of this motherfucker the second, like, he.
Well, he's already like time limited, right? I think his thing is it a year and a half, or is it 180 days? I think he's like literally time limited for how long he's even supposed to be there.
All right. What the fuck is this? Let's see. The real president always keeps watch over his puppet.
Oh my god, this is so fucking weird.
Okay. Oh boy. All right, somebody.
I can't tell what's intentional or not anymore.
Okay. Jesus, these are all people that say insane stuff. Apparently, we're gonna listen to what they have to say.
The only way that they win is we retreat, and we're not going to retreat. We're not going to surrender. We're not going to quit. Fight! Fight!
You know what that reminds me of? What it was just doing right there. I know we're not on the same page. I'm gonna let you play it one more time. I'm gonna play it one more time, and the question is, will you be reminded of what I'm being reminded of? Ready?
The only way that they win is we retreat, and we're not going to retreat. We're not going to surrender. We're not going to quit. Fight!
Yeah, I know what it is.
What?
I know what it is. You think your mind is so unique. My mind encompasses.
We're on the same page.
My mind encompasses your entire mind.
Okay. Oh, Okay. Shit. All right, you ready? Yes?
Never mind.
You didn't get that? What did you put?
I put corn sadness.
What the fuck is corn sadness? This is like the most obvious invader.
I thought it was gonna be the Midwest emo kid. That's what corn sadness is.
No.
Because the guy's like, You're not gonna do it. You are gonna choose him. Everybody leaves me. I know, blah, blah. I thought that's
that would work too.
It would work.
That would work. But the invader, like, this is also like the
Feast on
animals
flesh.
are leaving.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, it's a similar guy. Yeah, I know what you mean.
They win as we retreat, and we're not going to retreat. We're not going to
choose
surrender.
me.
We're not going
Everyone always leaves me.
fight.
That's what always happens.
Kyle.
Amen. The only way that they win is we retreat.
A little much. I don't. I'm just all these Sig Heils, a lot of them. Seen a lot of them. The amount of Sig Heils per day is going up lately.
I mean, it's just Steve Bannon. He's not. Oh, I guess it's CPAC. Whoops.
I mean, Elon Musk did it, and then fucking what was it? The ADL had to come out and like be like, "Oh, he didn't mean it, guys."
I wonder why do you think the ADL made that statement?
If I speak, I'm in big trouble, so I prefer not to speak. You know what? No, it's fine. I think some people at the ADL are okay. I'm going to say it.
Uh-oh.
I think the ADL as an organization has lost its way, unfortunately. I think that there's probably a lot of... I think that they probably rely on funding from a lot of big companies. As a result of that, they've lost the ability to be objective, and instead they do these kind of lukewarm half measures because they want to make sure that they keep getting those donation checks so that they get the ADL stamp of approval. So I think that when something like this happens, the ADL is giving the salute because, you know, they're like, okay, we got to keep on this guy's good side, XYZ. That said, I think there is good people at the ADL that are trying to make a difference, but I think overall, unfortunately, it's stopped. In my mind, I feel that it's stopped acting as a Jewish advocacy group, and now I think it's more so acting as a self-fulfilling corporation designed to keep going and push its influence around where it sees fit, as opposed to where the totality of Jewish people see fit.
Is it possible that wait, actually, can you look up how many Jewish people voted for Trump versus Kamala, like last election? I'm curious.
Sure.
Because I feel like Jewish people are politically more on the progressive side, but I know a lot of pro-Israeli people liked Trump for his like super sycophantic Israeli obsession. 71%.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Or was it 71% voted for Democrats? Is that what I said? Myers 26% supported Donald Trump. Okay, yeah, I don't know then. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we've got a legendary Hassan crash out.
Where?
In chat. I
Oh
don't know,
my
somebody
God.
in chat.
Listen, I'm very impressed with the level of influence that I'm getting specifically with Hassan, because not only right now, I'm getting elevated to levels that I never thought possible before. It is like Dan Saltman, Ethan Klein's handler, and I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. I am Ethan Klein's handler. He checks in with me before every podcast, and I'm, you know, I sign on.
Got to green light all the content. Yeah.
I'm like, Ethan, I don't think that one works.
Here's the daily narrative. You know?
Exactly.
What are we trying to say about Hassan today?
I let him know.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, Ethan, I don't think this is going to work. And he says, Dan, I've been doing YouTube content. And I say, let me stop you right there, Ethan. Okay? One of us has, you know, I can't. I'm sorry. One of us has the nicer looking menorah. Okay? And that's me. My menorah is better than yours. And he's like, that's true. And then that's the end. I tell him, all right, here we go. Hassan keeps blaming Destiny fans for Asmongold rising to the top of Twitch politics, this time in Discord. Sex Destiny
fans.
Yeah, I was saying that. Spread fake bullshit on Reddit. Wonder why Asmon's fans use the exact same language they use about me being a radical. Because
Sex Destiny fans spread fake bullshit on a Reddit group that they literally control the moderation of. Wait, what's that? What's that a reference to? On a Reddit? Oh, does he mean like a subreddit? On a subreddit that they literally control the moderation of. Oh, he's playing into the narrative that because Stale 1000, I think, is a fan of mine, that I control Stale.
2000.
2000? Oh, I was talking to the degraded version.
The Temu Stale. Yeah.
Do you know how many content direction things I've given to Stale?
So many.
0.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times people like Hassan have cried to the LSF mods that they had their own personal channel set up on the LSF Discord to cry about content moderation?
Many.
Dozens of times.
Yeah.
Well, then they get shocked when they put. Also, the LSF posting about me over the past month has been fucking brutal. Holy shit! Why the fuck? How am I in control of that? Look at any threat of me. But okay.
Hassan is the fucking biggest snowflake of everyone. He likes to put a lot of shit onto Ethan, saying, "Oh my God, Ethan is so like he can't handle it." But the thing is, at the end of the day, there is no one that's more sensitive and a fucking soy boy than this like 85-year-old balding, finasteride taking.
Childless,
senior citizen,
marriageless,
fake glasses wearing, prostitute paying, supporting.
Okay, they get shocked when they
58-year-old.
when they pushed a lot of randoms in the margins away from my politics to the politics of a right winger. Wonder why Asmon's fans use the exact same language they use about me being a radical. Next. Some of them are libs who hate Asmon's politics. They just hate me more because their politics is primed by what Epstein likes and hates, and he hates Asmongold.
You hate Asmongold?
His politics, yeah. Some of them hate Asmon's politics. They just hate me more because their politics is primed by what Epstein likes and hates and hate. Oh, okay. Somebody said there was another one?
No. Another one.
Okay, never mind. The guy's retarded. Damn. Rough life.
Okie dokie. All right. Mexican actor Eduardo Verestuik. Okay, I don't need to see another Sig Heil. All right, here we go.
This was some sick shit. Bannon gets up there and says, I think Trump's going to run in 28. He goes, we want Trump. And then he throws up a straight up Roman salute. It's getting a little uncomfortable even for me. Even I'm starting to feel like that guy in the picture that wouldn't hail him. It's even getting a little uncomfortable, and I'm saying that, you know? And I was writing policy memos for Supreme Leader Kanye West, okay? I was writing policy papers based on policies for Supreme Leader Ye. And it's getting even a little excessive for me. Bannon goes up there and he's like, Trump is our guy in 28. Person like that only comes around twice in a country's history. We want Trump. And then a straight up salute. And even me, I'm kind of looking around like, is everyone see that? Is everyone rocking with this?
Wow.
Why wouldn't he be all for this? Or does he have to act like he doesn't
Well,
want
usually he wants to do a little bit more mask on stuff. Like, you're not like as outwardly kind of crazy. It's bad optics. I don't know where he's at right now, though, in his own personal political journey. I have no idea because I'm watching his stuff recently, so who knows?
Okay. I was going to say, like, it might be time to buy property in, like, Australia or something else, but Australia is getting a little frisky as well, you know? I don't know.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. It's getting a little frisky out there as well, yeah. All right. Asmongold has left OTK. How does that make you feel?
Didn't we do that last week?
We did.
Yeah.
I don't know why this
because he's... Oh, and apparently Emmy is leaving too?
Okay. How does that make you feel?
Rip, I guess?
Sad?
No?
Who do you think should replace them? Like, who shares their politics and beliefs? And then they can all be together as like one big supporting...
Oh wait, Emery was not leaving. That was a false rumor.
A false call.
Is there any new blood that ever gets cycled into OTK, or is it all just like...
I don't know. I thought I was going to apply, actually. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think the odds are I might be able to get in there? Like, I can hang out with those guys, you know?
Well, considering you're banned now from Twitch.
Yeah, but I don't need to be on Twitch. You know, I'm a YouTube streamer, you know? It's fine.
Extra Emily is new. Hasn't she been a streamer for like 2 years? Or more? That's kind of newish, I guess.
Is Tectone still on OTK?
I have no idea.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, he says my 3-year experience with OTK. He must be, right?
I don't... Is there any money that comes in from being in this shit right now? There can't be.
They do events and stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like there's no money coming in. Like, the whole point behind this is that, like, we have 20 streamers, so you come to this one org, and then all of a sudden you pay us money, and we're going to get, like, 20 streamers pushing out your narrative real quick. Just like Sinclair Broadcasting with that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
This is dangerous to our democracy. The Streamer Awards is the best show on Twitch.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly that.
Oh, wait. Tectone's video is post-OTK video, so he's not even anymore.
Oh.
I would say that I feel like it's a little disappointing that It feels like they're really scared, or it feels like people in general are scared of bringing in new streamers and kind of like highlighting them because they don't want to lose viewers or whatever, maybe. But you know what?
What?
I get it. Fuck them. I'm glad OTK is very insulated. Don't let any new streamers in, and hold on to all of it until the organization dies, because all organizations do. Make your bag and get the fuck out, and fuck new streamers. Don't help any of them. That's what I say.
You're on your. You really don't trust anyone now, huh?
Fuck no.
Nobody.
Absolutely not. Especially in the streaming world. Fuck them.
They're all dangerous to you. You look at them all as a.
They're like pariahs.
Well, they're all snap traps that haven't closed shut on your foot yet, in your mind. Okay.
They're the flowers that eat you in Mario, just waiting for you to
Venus flytraps.
Jump off the tunnel.
No, those are the ones that come out of the pipes.
Yeah, pipes. Yeah.
But then they have
piranhas, not pariahs. Sorry.
They make little fireballs come at you though.
Some of them do. Do they do that in Mario 1? Did they shoot fireballs?
Yeah, I think all of them do. Right? Actually, maybe some of them don't. Fuck, I can't remember. All right, well, sorry, Asmongold. That's a shame. All right, anyways, Extra Emily accused of saying the forbidden word. Oh my god, the forbidden word.
Can you name 3 streamers you will never do a stream with again?
Who do you think it would be?
Drake, and Drake. Top 5.
Extra Emily.
That's not true.
Emily. Extra. That's 3.
Bruh, Nick.
It's awkward, but I think she was trying to say Nick Palm or Nick or whatever the guy. I think she fucked. I don't think it was strong enough.
You think she fucked?
I think she fucked up.
Okay.
Russell, that's not even true.
She's just been streaming for too long for that to have been the first slip up.
She's freaking out. Look at the eyes. She's like, oh shit.
She knows what it sounded like.
She knew. All yeet, all the time. That's what I like to see. I like to see this face right here.
Yeah.
All the time. Extra Emily and Yoxic are going at it on the timeline after Emily's viral tweet got community noted. Yoxic tweets out that the claims are not key facts. Removed note. Emily replies asking him to stop spreading misinformation and directing hate my way. Claims are not key facts. Community notes are for facts, not opinions or claims based on what was said. Anyone can make a claim that doesn't make it a fact or correct. Remove the note.
Damn.
Extra Emily has claimed that she said Nick, correcting herself after calling her friend by the wrong name. I'm not trying to start beef, but I literally know what I said and my intention with it. Can you please stop spreading misinformation and directing hate my way when I did nothing wrong?
Who cares?
Who cares? Like, this is like the most
cringe.
This is like
she's Asian. She can say it.
Yeah. Is that how it works? Asian can say it? I feel like anyone at this point can say it.
True. Try it. Or scroll down.
You won't. You do it first.
I already have enough.
Do you have any classics I can pull up of you saying it?
Nope. They're all deleted from the internet. Hidden forever. This is Trump's America now. Can't take any risks. The FBI might come after you for it.
Okay. Asmongold defends Extra Emily's viral moment from yesterday. Claims she misspoke, trying to say Nick's name. Every time somebody says something in a weird way.
Why are you reading the quote from the video? Just listen to the video.
Finally revealed her true colors when she said the N-word. Yeah. I mean, like, shit, I did see that. Now, I mean, the funny thing is that every time somebody says something in a weird way, everybody goes and acts like, oh, they said the N-word. She did not say that. She said Nick, right? She did. That's a very, very different thing to say.
Wait, just scroll back. I'm sorry. That was very
doesn't
funny.
matter.
It
right?
was very funny.
It acts like, oh, they said the N-word. She did not say that. She said Nick, right? Say that.
He's
She
like the
said
teacher.
Nick.
I like to put the emphasis on the
Yeah.
so that they know what I'm saying.
It's different. Can you? What did that teacher say again? How did he do it specifically? Come on, Steve. What do you have
Go
to
look it up, Dan. Try it.
No, but I mean, I want you to tell me what he was saying and talking.
I don't
about.
remember actually. My memory is
Not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Because I think like he was saying, he was like, this is how the kids talk. It's different. See, look, this is the flow chart that I've created. The ER is different than the A. So when I say, can I get a pencil?
Yeah. Is that what he said?
Yeah, something along those lines. Do you remember how that one went?
I don't remember. No,
No,
unfortunately, no.
nothing. You're still afraid, even in Trump's America.
I think
to
that was
say
on the Boondocks. That was just a TV show. I don't think that actually happened.
it did happen.
Did it?
I think so.
Poor Emily.
Emily called me a bitch. Can I
Mike
read
on
it?
the phone.
No, you know what? I'm gonna just. Emily called me a bitch nigga on the phone the other day, jokingly, of course. But that shit didn't sit right with me, so I'm happy to see this piece of shit burn.
Damn, Myth went hard.
Can't believe that just happened. And she's streaming right now like nothing happened. Twitch staff really are a bunch of low-life simps. Yes, come around to my side.
Hold on, there's no way that tweet has 117,000. That must be the underlying tweet, right? What is that? Wait, open that.
Yeah.
Is there like a big hate club for Extra Emily? Wait, scroll down. What the fuck?
Damn, this is some premium shit.
Who cares? Wait, who cares? Wait, what? Wait, should she be banned?
You know what? I'll take it. It's against Twitch. I have to. Strange bedfellows. I got to take what I can get. 117,000 likes. Only 1,000 comments though. I can deal with that. That's not too much.
Well, that's good. That means that she has a good ratio, right?
Yeah, but the comments are, when people are mean. I don't like that. The likes, I don't care about the like count.
She had like 10 milquetoast dramas that got so fucking big in the last 2 months. Oh yeah, because of the tuition thing.
People hate women. You didn't know that?
No, they do.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know if it's just a woman thing though with her. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. Wait, did we talk about the tuition thing here?
Yeah.
It was clearly like she's probably making a joke with her mom.
Well,
it was a joke.
I don't know. She didn't pay him back until
because her parents looked. They were probably fine. I don't think they were hurting for money or like impoverished.
Who knows?
Okay, they weren't.
I don't know. And you don't know either.
No, they weren't.
Cocky mother. You don't know. They could be living outside of your means. I bet if I looked at your parents' house, I wouldn't be like, these people are like totally set. I'd be like, they're fucking sick. But you would be like, no, these motherfuckers are cooked.
My parents didn't pay for any of my tuition, so we wouldn't have that conversation.
Yeah, but if they did,
Oh, if reality were different, then different things could have happened.
What
Sure.
would have changed if they had taken out that loan? That's really the only difference.
I don't think I would be making jokes about it if they were impoverished or they were hurting financially while I'm streaming making a ton of money. I think that would probably be incredibly insensitive.
Maybe.
You don't ever joke with your parents, I'm guessing?
They're dead. So.
Did you joke with them when they were in this world?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Follow if you like cute black nerd. Wait. Oh, sorry. I don't think I was supposed to read. Keep going. Okay. That was it. Okay. So that's it. That's the end of this whole thing. She did get a lot of shit for this.
Yeah, I think she just gets a lot of shit for anything. I don't even know why.
Well, saying the soft A is like the thing is, I've said this before. I know the DEI shit is kind of like a little bit weird. These people, I genuinely feel like they live in another world. Like
Which people?
I think the OTK people. These people have 100,000 likes on anything if they like slip up and say the soft A, right? Like,
does that happen? I don't know.
That is right here, right?
Well, I don't know if there's an OTK thing or if there's an extra Emily thing.
No, it's not an OTK thing. It's just like these. I would say it's like the far. I don't know, like the lefties, like that whole club of like, super inclusive, super DEI.
Is that the OTK crowd?
I think these people, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I don't think these people are like Tectone. I don't think if Tectone said the soft A, I think nobody would give a fuck at all.
Sure, but I don't think it has anything to do with it. I don't think it's the OTK crowd. I think it's getting picked up by another crowd on Twitch, I think.
It's the Jordan Peterson thing. It's because Extra Emily and all these people are supposed to be that like virtue signaling, purity testing, whatever, and like they step outside of the line.
I don't think that's Extra Emily or anybody on OTK is like that. I don't think.
Okay.
I think it's just getting picked up by other crowds. There's probably some extra weird dynamics at play. The fact that she's an Asian woman and that was a black woman commenting on it, that adds an extra dimension of weird stuff. I think she's already got a hate
Just say
online.
that you hate women.
Okay.
And that everyone else hates women too. Not you, but other people hate women.
True.
Say that.
Yeah. Everybody just hates women.
That is probably the most likely explanation, actually. I'll take that back. All right. Elon fights with actual astronauts. I thought this was amusing. Okay, here we go. Start here.
Committed to getting to Mars. You're committed to rescue. You're going to help rescue next month 2 astronauts that I think were abandoned. They dispute that in an interview.
At the president's request, or instruction, we are accelerating the return of the astronauts, which was postponed, kind of to a ridiculous degree.
They got left in space. They've been there. They were supposed to be there 8 days. They're there almost 300. Biden.
They were yes, they were left up there for political reasons, which is not good.
Biden's like, you know what? You astronauts are staying up there until I get free trans healthcare for everyone. That's it. And you will.
One of the reasons why he aged so much is because they kept trying to do the spaceship takeoff, and he would just run to the launch pad and unplug the fuel valve, and they just had to cancel it every time. I don't even know what the argument would be. Like, how does Biden win? This is why I said I don't like the new political conspiracy theories, because they don't even try. Like, the old ones made sense. Like, Nazi conspiracies, all this shit, like, they made sense. But, like, for this, Biden left the astronauts in space for political reasons. Why? Like, what does he gain from doing that? What? Like, fuck the astronauts. Because we all know everybody around the planet hates astronauts. It's like shitting on firefighters. Like, what? Who would ever do this? What is the political gain here?
I think they're starting to see it. Here's one thing. Let's look at this, okay?
Okay.
This is something that Elon is sensitive to. Like, we know he's sensitive to this.
He's sensitive to everything.
Okay, but he's very sensitive to this. We know he is, almost to the point that when he bought Twitter, this is one of the changes that he made. Remember, wasn't it like he got really upset when he made a tweet and then, like, fucking Obama made a tweet and it got way fucking more likes or whatever than he did? Remember that?
Oh, when he went to the, it was a baseball game?
Baseball game, yeah.
Was it Obama or was it Biden or somebody else? It might have been. It was somebody, but yeah, somebody made a tweet, they got way more likes, and he was like, we need to be.
We need to fix this. All right, so anyways, let's, right here, what a lie, and from someone who complains about lack of honesty from the mainstream media, 300,000 likes on this. Ooh.
You are fully retarded. Not just partially retarded. This is like a divorce twice, Hasanka. You are fully retarded. SpaceX could imagine. Why are you fighting with an astronaut?
Yeah.
SpaceX could have brought them back several months ago. I offered this directly to the Biden admin, and they refused. Return was pushed back for political reasons. Idiot.
50,000 likes versus the 300,000. Okay, then what we got here?
I was the commander of the ISS when Andy, Astro Andreas, flew his first space mission. He is one of the most competent, trustworthy, and honest people I've ever met. This rhetoric is beyond the pale, but sadly not surprising. He does not deserve this kind of disrespect.
22,000 likes.
Yes, he does. He is an idiot who publicly attacked me, despite having no idea what actually happened. By the way, your brother claims to be independent, but is just a Dem donor shill. Wait, is Andy his brother, or is he just attacking his brother?
Yeah, they're two brothers, and they're both astronauts.
Okay.
And then here he is. No.
Hey, Elon Musk, when you finally get the nerve to climb into a rocket ship, come talk to the three of us. Oh, is that guy in space right now? Is he tweeting at him from space?
I don't know.
What if he were to crash one of his satellites into the space station?
Here's the thing. I know that all of these astronauts now have been, like, this happened, and then there was a phone call that was made from Elon Musk to his engineers, like, these astronauts, all astronauts need to be deprioritized, okay? I don't want them. No one gets more likes than me ever. That's what I would do if I was Elon Musk. I'm like, you know what? Fake the like count. If they
block all IPs that come from outer space. Boom. No more tweets from up there.
That's true.
Only Earthlings allowed.
What is it? Fuck, there was something that Bezos did today, but I didn't get to see it. What was it?
Something about how he made it so in the Washington Post, all of the op-eds they write have to have 2 pillars now about, like, capitalism and personal liberty.
Elon Musk hates Bezos, correct?
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if he super loves him, but I don't know if I've ever seen them fight before or anything.
I'm going to use this piece of information. All right. Well, anyways, that was that. Okay, we saw this. Posted minutes after the commander of the ISS said Musk lied about the stranded astronauts in his Fox interview with Trump. It's time to begin preparations for deorbiting the space station. It served its purpose. There is very little incremental utility. Let's go to Mars.
Space.
Okay.
Get rid of everything that is mean to me. Holy shit, we just need to get people in Doge tweeting mean shit at Elon, and then he'll dismantle Doge himself.
Podcast gets backlash for featuring Hassan. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Let me sit up a little bit here. Put your fucking phone away. All right, we're in a goddamn podcast right now. What can possibly be going on? You have your computer in front of you.
Oh, true. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. More Hassan content?
This is
yes. About Twitch, right?
unacceptable.
Go ahead.
You see
Tell
me being
more.
on my phone?
Yes, you look at your laptop constantly. Go ahead.
Do you have a computer in front of you?
No, it's an iPad, dipshit.
You fucking watch it, all right? It'll wait the 2 hours, all right? It can survive. Here we go. What were we doing again? Okay. Podcast gets backlash for featuring Hassan. That's like all of them, but here we go. I like it. This is the, oh my God, look, this is just a Yeet screen. Oh my God, he's all over the place.
Wow, this is Cyber Vegan's job. It's just documenting all of Yeet's tweets.
I need to buy ownership in Yeet, is what I need, like 20%.
DM.
Again, previous like a Darius deal. All right, Trash Taste, dude, this pissed off Hassan. He actually trashed out over this, by the way. Like, he's, oof. Okay. God, he looks like such a fucking loser. Funny how this comment section suddenly started glazing Hassan after ripping him apart. Don't think we didn't notice that the top comment got removed.
Uh-oh.
Sad to see they had to delete so many comments. I like Trash Taste, but this is very disappointing. Insecure much?
Oof.
Deleting all the comments hating on Hassan is wild, though.
Oof.
Ooh. Okay. Ah, Hassan Malds. Yes. Pump it into my veins. Shit.
Has hit the Trash Taste. Why would you do this, Hassan? Really? The endorser? Shame.
Yeah. Probably the #1 pusher of content in video form in the world.
I noticed lately you guys are not up to date with the internet, but this is a whole new level of out of touch. Having an openly racist person on, downvote. Do not have him again, please.
You know, Hassan.
Let me get this in. Hold on.
Like that. Like, it's so obvious what he's doing here also is he's like signaling to his fans like, hey, can you guys go and please, like, you know, can you do the counter narrative here as I read this? Like, this is really fucked up. I wish that you guys would go and do something. But the problem is that Hassan's audience is a bunch of ineffective pussies that can do fucking nothing with their life whatsoever. They all have PTSD about picking up the phone and calling their congressman. So all they can do is respond to tweets. And the second that you reply back to them, they'll just fucking full on delete their account. They are a shell, a husk of a person.
Pussies.
There is nothing left.
True.
They're fucking pussies. We roll over them.
Demagogues.
Nothing.
So to repeat the marching orders, yeah.
Exactly. Until the marching orders somehow lead back to me.
Keep playing it. Oh, sorry, you're on your phone. Go ahead. Oh, then play it. What are you doing? Let's go.
Holy fuck. Too bad I get irritated from just seeing his face. The guy has said so many profoundly idiotic things that I honestly cannot listen to a word from him. The brigade is on, folks. Get in and actively.
Oh, he says it, actually.
Yeah, he does.
The brigade.
He's like, the brigade is on. Go brigade.
Immediately, lol is at 2.5k dislikes.
Apparently this video now has 20,000 uploads. He likes it. It's so important to
You
him.
really upset the weebs this time? Yeah.
This is why he's so afraid to like venture outside of his little bubble, by the way. If you ever wonder why he doesn't go on to do other shows or confrontational content, it's because of this. He actually gets super bothered if people are mean about him anywhere.
You know, he is a...
Apparently this video has, did I say 20,000 likes, 60,000 dislikes? Yikes.
Mr. President, the second piker has hit the trash tape.
Let me see. I'll pull it up right now.
Stop.
I pulled it up before. Trash taste. So...
He seeks it out, true.
It's actually getting way more unpopular. Like yesterday, it had 16,000 to 15,000 likes, and it actually still had a positive like ratio. Now it's 18,000 to 28,000.
You know what? Fucking A. Let's go. Ethan Klein, Destiny, Dan Sullivan. Who else is there out there that is pushing the fuck Hassan narrative? There has to be more of us. Is there more of us?
Well, it's happening organically because people realize that Hassan is a crazy person. Yeah.
He is a bad guy. I am so happy that I could be part of this movement to destroy this. You know, I think at what point, like, let me ask you this. you're not there. You're not planning. I'm not saying that Hassan like planned like October 7th, but at what point are you like basically as culpable if someone's like, hey, wouldn't it be based if you like guys did this? That would be pretty sick. Yeah, that'd be part of the resistance. Like, at what point is Hassan actually just a fucking when you're like full apologetic for them all the time?
Just call him a sympathizer.
I think he's maybe crossing the bar when you're actually like going out there and like maybe creating as a result of that. Yeah, I don't know.
So this show is like absolutely fucking like getting ratioed like crazy. That's nuts. That's brutal, man. Oh my god. You'd think that they'd be more positive to somebody who interviewed Luffy, but I guess not.
That's a good one. That's my goal.
Hassan is aware of the backlash, but he does not seem happy, making a number of responses addressing it. So let's take a look at all this stuff and let me know what you think. First off, some analytics. The video currently has 293,000 and 2.
I like that these two are fighting more.
God damn. God damn.
50% dislike is actually impressive.
Well, it's way worse now.
Wait,
supposedly it's like 24k, like 64k dislikes or something.
I hate to say this because this is something that will trouble me deeply. But are the anime friends our friends now? I've always gone through life thinking that the people with anime profile pictures are my enemy, but maybe deep down we can. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Maybe. The
thing is that like anime profile pics, it's like saying you like if I say I like rock music, that doesn't mean anything. There's like 50 trillion subgenres of rock music. Anime profile pics, there's a contingent of people online when they have anime profile pics, then you click their profile and they have something about like Rome in like their description. These are like the most people ever. But a lot of anime profile pics there are certain names that you see. It's like that's a trans person. There are other anime profile. I don't know if anime fans actually use anime profile pics. I feel like that's just not a thing anime fans do. I feel like it's always like subcultures of other things that have anime profile pictures, if I think about it actually.
So who is it? Like anime fans then? Not anime profile pictures, but anime fans are now my best friend. I'm breaking up with anti-anime people. And now anime, because this is probably one of the first times I've seen an organic community genuinely hate Hassan.
Time to
and I think it's
consume.
fucking awesome.
Wow.
We need more of this. We need this to be the best result. We need this to expand. Ideally, I'd like to see Hassan turn into like Jackson Hinkle to that level of, far extremist push. To the point where he.
What? I don't know what you're saying. What do you mean push or what? Like
the way that people view Jackson Hinkle. I want Hassan to be viewed that way. Like you can't even be on, YouTube or anything. I don't even know if Jackson Hinkle's allowed on those places. But I'm just saying, like, he's obviously viewed as an extremist. People are like, oh, this dude is definitely paid for, et cetera, et cetera. Like that's what I want Hassan's viewpoint to be.
Okay, but I mean Hassan like.
He may be paid for.
Even if he was paid for, I don't think his audience would care. The problem is the political climate right now that exists.
No, the problem for them is the political climate that exists right now. That's not our problem.
Well, what's your problem if you don't like him? Hassan has fans because of the political climate.
Well, Hassan has fans before. He's going to have less now, especially as the political climate has now. We're going through one of these shifts right now of,
Yeah, the political climate, but I don't know if it's going to affect the people that watch it.
I hope it does. But, okay. Cascade denied deleted comments on their podcast. Is there any way to see this?
I will say that this is just an intuition I have when I look at how YouTube comments work. I think that YouTube comments are sorted. I think they use an algorithm like Reddit. So if you've got two high comments and like one has 1,000 likes, thumbs up, and the other has like 900 likes, a thumbs up, if like 100 people were to thumbs down that top comment at the same time or within like 10 minutes, that comment would get destroyed. It wouldn't go to second place. It would be like completely hidden. And if another comment were to get like 200 likes in like a few minutes, it would be above the 1,000 like comment. So I think that sometimes the the thumbs up and thumbs down shows up the top of videos can be misleading because I think they weight it based on when the thumbs up or thumbs down came, like the Reddit algorithm, I think.
Okay. I'll believe you.
Obey me!
Lately, you guys are not up to date with the internet, but this is a whole new level of apps.
Okay. The cope is unreal. People don't like you because you're a supporter that laughs at the coffins of dead children. You don't get to be as well liked and be as vile as you are. Fucking preach, Ethan. Son, you're out of touch. You think people don't like me. People are view-bot disliking Trash Case Podcast. Reality, I think that's what it is. Not realty. It could be realty. Realty. Dan Realty. Trash Case Podcast loses 10,000 subscribers with a 20,000 like 60,000 dislike ratio. Damn. That's almost like, hey, you want to lose some subs? And you can pull off some, you can lose some subs. That's nice. Rip. Good. Okay. This is all...
Gulag is a boy love and the only part in Gulag that doesn't...
Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I know why. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I have to. Oh, sorry. Okay. Really? Okay. Sorry. See, just a lot of... Okay. Alright, America refuses to condemn Russia. I guess we're just there. We're like, we're Russia stands now, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that how it's gonna be?
For a little bit, maybe, yeah.
Here we go.
But look what you have. You have a man who's led a country that's one of the most beautiful cities that they developed, and the most beautiful domes, and the domes of the most beautiful in the world. So that's Russian telephone architecture. Russia really demolished the 1,000-year-old domes. Everything's demolished. They reflect their demolition cycle. So like Gaza, it's more demolished. At least Gaza has a couple of buildings standing. And this place, you take a look at the demolition of so many of those cities. And people, because people did, never come back again. So that's Vladimir Putin's fault. I get tired of listening to it. I'll tell you what. I've seen it enough. And then he complains that he's not at the meeting that we're having in Saudi Arabia, so the intermediate of peace. Well, he's been at meetings for 3 years with a president who didn't know what the hell he was doing. He's been at the meetings for 3 years, and nothing got done. So I don't think he's very important to be at meetings, to be honest with you. He's been there for 3 years. He makes it very hard to make deals. But look what's happened to his country. It's been demolished.
But no, I hear you.
He's going to go back.
Mr. President, you know who's to blame for that.
If
That's
and when there's peace,
don't you think it's Vladimir
He just doesn't care. He doesn't
did
listen.
the invasion unwarranted to try to take back land he had no right to? And don't you think fundamentally that's that? And if you could just get now both sides want to talk, it seems. So we should just
like these people do such a shit job. Like you're talking to a like, hey, Trump,
who invaded first?
No, you don't even do that. You'd be like, hey, Trump, how would you handle things if Mexico took Texas?
You fucked up. How? You asked a hypothetical. You can't say how would you handle. Hypothetical, not good.
Well,
first you could just say it like, Trump, Mexico invade Texas. Should we give Texas or keep Texas and fight? And ask him. Like, yeah. We should fight for it. Where was I? Wait, fuck. What did we watch a week ago where somebody was asking somebody directly, like, what would you do if they invaded Canada or the US? And they're like, oh, well, I would fight forever, of course. And then it was like, so what should Ukraine do? It's like, well, surrender, of course. Fuck, what were we watching? Where somebody was even asked about fighting for their land, and they're like, well, of course, I would fight forever, but... fuck, I don't remember who was it. Was it a Bonger guy?
Oh, it might have been the one radio host guy that people say I should talk to, and he was talking to a guy on the phone. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. If they invaded, there's a quick, boring legal aside. So the courts have been issuing temporary restraining orders against Trump, the administration, over a lot of the funding freezes. And it's been like 11 or 12 days now since one of these TROs was issued, and the government is not complying. They're like, well, they're using literally like Reddit tier arguments where the judge was like, you have to unfreeze all the funding or you're going to be held in contempt. This is bullshit. And they're like, oh, so are you saying that we couldn't cancel any contract if we wanted to now, or you're going to hold us in contempt? And the judge was like, this is and their response to that, the government saying like, oh, so now we have to hold on to every single contract or you're going to TRO fuck us, blah, blah, blah. So the judge responded, he's like, you have until tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. or I think you're going to be held in contempt. That's what it looks like the next step is. So the U.S. Marshals are coming for you. Like you have until it's 3.5 hours now to see if they're going to follow it after they fought over and over and over and over and over again. And this hearing was insane. The judge was...
Who's going after who?
So funding has been the whole federal government was like, we're going to do a 90-day freeze on all of our basic shit until you guys figure out if there's any fraud, which is an insane thing to put out.
Okay.
Even on like a 50-employee company, there should be an insane freeze to put out until you guys do some arbitrary shit. And so obviously people have challenged it. And one of these cases, I think this is for USAID, has gotten to the point to where, yeah, there was a TRO issued. The judge said, you guys aren't following it. What's going on? The government came in to argue, and they were like, well, we're trying. And they're like, the judge was like, give me an update. And it's like, well, I can't really speak on that right now. And it's like, you're like 12 days past. What the fuck do you mean you can't speak on it? And now they have until 3.5 hours tonight to do it. And now I just saw an hour ago or 30 minutes ago was posted, now the Justice Department has filed an emergency application to the Supreme Court asking them to block the deadline tonight. So
there's no chance that will happen.
It absolutely should not. They are in flagrant violation of this TRO, and they've been doing it with no regard for the court whatsoever.
So who the U.S. Marshals gonna fuck with?
We're always like moving step to step to step, but it's already been like a huge like refusal to cooperate with the courts. But after 11:59 tonight, I guess theoretically the U.S. Marshals could get an arrest warrant for who? Would it be for the head of the State Department? Would it be Marco Rubio, since this is about USAID? Would it be for Donald Trump? Would it be for, I don't know who the arrest warrant would be for, but Jesus. Anyway, that's what's going on. 3.5 hours, guys. Good luck.
It's only 8:30. I feel like it's like 10:30 or 11:30.
You're having so much fun.
Wow.
Oh wait, that's the opposite actually.
Yeah, sorry. Boy, this is dragging. All right. Asmongold calls out part of the MAGA fan base for defending Trump's anti-Ukraine and anti-Zelensky messaging.
Anyway, this is people are so stupid about this. I think that this is a big problem, and this is going to be a bigger problem as time goes on. And it's actually going to make the Trump base and the Republican base a lot weaker. Is that it seems like the Republican base, and there's a big group of people that are major Trump acolytes and Trump dick suckers that will believe and repeat literally anything he says and never question anything that he says. And eventually what that's going to lead to is it's going to lead to him doubling down on something or doing something that is indefensible, that is ridiculous, and it's going to make that entire group of people look really, really bad. You need to stop trying to run defense for things that are indefensible. There's no reason to do that. You don't have to do that. You're not helping anybody by doing that, and you're actually hurting yourself in the long run because you're not holding yourself accountable. That's the same reason why I think Democrats lose a lot, is that they have these crazy bad actors that are trying to push radical gender ideology.
Like
and
Hassan.
These people are not being reined in by the general group because they're too afraid of being pushed away. That's what I think. Except he was down from 50.
Hey, he has the same microphone as we do.
Yeah, everybody has a microphone. And so, anyway, let's see here. I think they're overcompensating for the MSM being overly negative, so they have to defend everything. I think that's exactly it. Also, you're going to see what's happening more. And I think people are being irrational to the mainstream media. I think that is what's happening. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that you can be oppositionally irrational and have a
one thing that I it's very annoying to me is that it's just breaking the position that Trump is able on Ukraine. Like, just, we don't know why he's doing it. It's like,
I think I know why.
He said this, well, he's said it for years. Like, there's nothing crazy. Like, every single thing that's happened, there's not a single surprising thing that's happened so far in this administration. It was all they spoke about, they were doing exactly what they said they were going to do. Like, nothing comes surprising any political commentator.
Well, doesn't he, like, isn't all of Ukraine hate just from, like, the last election where he felt like, you know, Ukraine was helping the Biden win, and that's why he's doing that?
Because I think that when you look at when it first came out, day one of the Russian invasion, I think everybody in the U.S., Republicans included, were like, fuck Russia, fuck Russia, fuck Russia. Or I don't actually know what it was that changed the narrative on that to where Republicans, unless it was literally like they thought they were on the same side as Democrats and they were like, fuck, we have to go the opposite side or something. I have no clue.
I think it's because...
Oh, the Russiagate stuff. Maybe that is what deranged people's minds. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make sense. Like, I hate the idea that we are, like, aligned with North Korea and Russia and who are the other bad guys out there?
Orban from Hungary.
Belarus.
Yeah, we're just like, it's all of like super like bad guys.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the bad guy camp. I don't want to be part of the baddies. I want to be part of the goodies.
Maybe you just don't know who the goodies are.
It's who we had all along, you know? It'll be a... Boy, it's going to be... If... This is a big if. If we get another Democratic election. I'm not even saying another Democratic leader. I'm just saying if we even get another election at this point. Because Trump might just be like, you know what? We're not doing this again. The last one, the biggest fake election of all time, super fake. Talked with our people here, and you know, we've decided that because they denied me the last form, and so much of my time was wasted, I'm gonna do another one. I'm extending it. Everyone wants it. They say it's great. An executive order. I'm changing the amount of time you can be in office for the rest of your life. And then they'll challenge it in court, and then it'll take time, and then that's it.
That's all right. Tomorrow we're going to see civil war between the U.S. Marshals and the military. Hopefully the military stands down. I don't understand how... I also don't understand anything on this federal level how it works. Like, if the U.S. Marshals... None of it makes sense. Because if the U.S. Marshals arrest...
Who does the U.S. Marshal answer to?
The DOJ.
And the DOJ will just tell them, don't do this.
That's what you would think. One thing I don't know is I don't know how... So, like, I don't think that a judge can just, like, issue an arrest warrant for a person unless, like, a prosecutor asks. But when it comes to things like procedural things like bench warrants, I don't think a prosecutor has to ask for bench warrant. Like, say you get a speeding ticket, you skip your court date, and then a warrant is issued. I don't think the DA has to say, can you issue an arrest warrant? So I think the courts can issue it on their own. But then if the U.S. Marshals go to enforce it, there's so many questions. Like, one, yeah, it would be Pam Bondi or the Bodie guy. They could just say, don't do this, like, stop. And then what do you do? Or they can say, okay, fine, go ahead. And Trump is right there, and then they go to arrest Trump, and as soon as they stop Trump, they're like, oh, I hurt myself. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess you're good. And then he can just be infinitely held in contempt, and he could infinitely pardon himself over and over again. And it's like, what do you... Or he can pardon himself for all future crimes as well. Like, what do you do, you know? Yeah.
What do you do?
No one knows.
I mean, I guess there'll never be an answer to this.
Well, they're not really questions that you can answer. It's like saying, like, what do you do, like, hypothetically, what would you do if you voted out a president and he said, well, if you come in here and you kick me out of the White House, I'm going to turn the key and launch nukes on you. Well, I mean, can't really do anything. It's fuck. So...
Yeah, I guess that is the case, realistically.
Yeah.
But no one, like, nobody's thought of... I guess, like, the founders never thought that someone would be so one-handed to do this type of shit.
Well, I mean, you think about it, but you can't... It doesn't matter if you thought about it or not. There's nothing that you can do to prepare for something.
Yeah, there's also another expression. It has to do with, like, wills. Like, people are like, hey, I'm going to make a will, and I want to make sure that, like, no matter what, that you guys get this. And there's an expression, like, you can't legislate from the grave, right? So the founding fathers, like, to a certain extent, there's nothing they could have done to stop this. There's no amount of, like, they did their best on forward thinking of creating the Constitution and, you know, everything else that's in place, but at the end of the day, they can only do so much. They can't legislate from the grave. You know, George Washington can't come here and be like, hey, the fuck are you guys doing? And even if he did, people would be like, these people don't know what to
slit their throat in the middle of the like, there's no rule you could ask for that. Like, if somebody wants to bring a knife and start stabbing people, you're kind of fucked. You're like...
The problem I see right now is because so much stuff is delayed in court by the entire process, is that Trump can just do something crazy, getting people to do it. Democrats don't do this, it takes time. So I can be like, I'm passing an executive order that, I don't know, all brunettes have to cut off their legs moving forward. And it's like, okay, that's a little bit weird. The Democrats like say we want to challenge this, we go to the court, but in the meantime, you know, the Justice Department's out there enforcing this. People are rounding up brunettes on the streets and they're cutting off their legs, the whole thing. You know, it takes a few months, they're doing it. And then at the end, it's like, okay, we finally made it to the courts and we said that we're putting a stop to this. And then Trump says, I'm issuing another executive order that is denying this claim. And then the whole thing starts over again.
Yeah, this is why, well, one is what temporary restraining orders are. They're supposed to be issued before any court action is taken. For exceptional measures, now these are the TROs that are being issued. But the other issue that I keep telling people who are talking about checks and balances, courts are only here to provide justice in the case of criminal offenses or to make people whole after civil offenses. It's not there to enforce the law and prevent people from doing bad things. That's not the job of a court. So unfortunately, a lot of people are looking at the courts to try to like save us from these Trump actions, but the court is only there to give justice afterwards. It's not really there to stop somebody who's being unhinged, especially in the executive, from doing things like this. So it's really,
But like the executive order thing is like ridiculous because it's just like they can be like, I've issued a new executive order that's fuck everything that was just said, and then you got to start all over again. Even though
well, that's the challenge. That's why it's so crazy right now. Is because, like, for instance, like an executive order to rescind birthright citizenship. It's unhinged. It's like beyond a joke crazy. But this is like one of like what almost has he done 100 yet? It was like in the like 50 some on the first day, or was it 26, or was it 56? Like it's just an insane amount of like executive orders that he's just like shooting out. So yeah, people are trying to challenge everything. But the reality is too, like if you defund something and you fuck it over, even if an executive order restores everything at the end, like well, irreparable damage has already been done.
Yeah.
Are you going to go through the effort in this administration of resetting things up and like allowing things? People are saying he's done 70 something so far. Yeah.
Who do you blame on the Democratic side? Merrick Garland?
Voters.
Besides voters.
Voters. Fuck them. Yeah. This is what the voters voted for. They should have voted more. Fuck them.
No more tunnels, no more... Wait. Did I just...
Yeah, it's all AI, yeah.
No, wait. These people have beards.
Yep, that's AI, yep.
I like even in his fucking world, he's still like a fat, pasty motherfucker. Wait, is that Netanyahu's spy?
Yeah, indeed. Baby, right there.
Oh my god. This is the United States president that just did this. That just tweeted this out. You know why he's in this position?
Why? In which position? True. That's not unilaterally.
Yeah. Every single... You know, I mean...
Wait, how far are we out from the launch of Trump coin? Was it over 2 months ago, or is it just over 1 month ago?
Trump coin, what's the date that he can sell?
Well, it's 3 months in. That's why I'm curious when our first big dump is coming.
Let's see. Trump coin market cap. I remember when I used to... How's this thing doing? Let's see.
Expand it out.
Thank you. Can a
No.
Can a motherfucker have... Ooh.
January 13th?
We're at 13.3. Oh man, this is not even going the right direction. And God, is there a way? How much leverage can you get to short this thing over a period of time?
No clue, but it's still probably doing pretty well, you know? $2.7 billion market cap?
Yeah, it's gonna get fucking...
Yeah, also, is there a way to look up how much money they've made in fees already?
No, you think the fee thing, I don't know, is Is it really the case that Trump gets the fees?
I think you can dictate it when you create the coin what it's going to I think the fees are 100% paid to dev wallets.
What is this coin built on?
Whatever they build fucking meme coins on.
Is it on Ethereum? It's on Solana. Wait, hold on. Chatter. My crypto chatter is on there. Okay. Is Trump getting fees from this or not? Or is it just the Solana miners that are getting the fees? I don't know why I'm putting it. You know, like, it's like Schrodinger's fucking answer of doing it. You're gonna have, like, you know? These motherfuckers, I asked a goddamn question, and I don't want your data. You don't know, shut the fuck up in chat, okay? I asked a realistic question. I don't need you to be like, yes, it is banned. When you don't fucking know, if I don't know, then you don't know, all right?
Someone in Kick Chat said, yes, he got 100+ millions in fees so far. Correct.
They don't know. They don't know.
Link in chat.
Okay.
Concerns were raised, but some analysts described it. That's not correct, but okay. Concerns were raised, with some analysts describing it as a pump and dump scheme, while others viewed it as a disaster. A forensic analysis commissioned by the New York Times concluded that 813,294 wallets lost $2 billion by trading the coin, while the president's company and partners profited about $100 million from trading fees.
So that's
But this is like a couple weeks, I think, after the release.
Yeah, but that also can't make sense. Like, people, you're saying people lost money, but like with stocks, like, for everyone that loses money, there's someone that also is buying. Like, for every seller, there's a buyer. So then you just say, like, oh, everyone lost money on this. Like, there's
technically you lose money on stocks too, because their commissions.
Sure.
So isn't that what the crypto is like? So when you
But I mean, would there be people that are making money as well, right? Like people that are riding it on the way down also. So like $2 billion that was lost, but there was also maybe $2 billion that was made on the way down as well that they're not talking about. Like, I mean, you can short it, right?
I don't know why shorting equals automatic money or whatever, but
it doesn't mean automatic money, but they're only talking about like, I don't know,
look at the keyword. If they're talking about the fees are just money that's probably just, it's like a rank at a poker game. Like, you just take some money from every trade. Don't mean the 100 million in
fees. Okay. Close to 100 million in trading fees.
Weeks. Oh, so that's still old. Yeah.
Okay, trading fees. This could just be people that are fucking. Okay, one of the entities behind the coin is something called this. Tourism revenue derived from trading activities on the meme coin. Okay, hold on. The creators of the meme coin receive a share of the trading fees from one exchange. Because no, I'm just saying it's one exchange. Like if this is on 1,000, so basically there's one exchange where it's initially sold, and it's like, hey, any trading that happens on here moving forward, we get a percentage of it. But you can move the coins off of that exchange; they don't have to stay there. So I wonder, this could be like bad reporting.
Well, read the rest of the article then. At least 50 of the largest company profits in excess of $1 million each from Bitcoin, according to Chainalysis. At the same time, 20,000 wallets, nothing small, lost on the exchange said. Trump has pledged for his assets in a trust managed by children on Henry White House. Oh, okay, this is not relevant. Not relevant, not relevant. Not relevant. Another good relevant. Main function is go down. Okay, there's someone else. Okay, the official Trump website says $1 billion of Trump coins, or 1 billion Trump coins, will be sold over the next 3 months. Initially, it's gone 200 million Trump coins to release to the market. Creators 10% of their wallets, lucky relative, build and the current price for about $20. Marble Science says the three crypto wallets are the earliest holders of the token. They receive the funds directly from their creators without trading. The analysis shows that based on successful, the free wallet does the wallet creators pay. So I guess that's really what a wallet does. And trading fees, but okay, the wallet can trade with a DeFi, decentralized finance exchange. Washington's analysis shows traders on New York liquidity. Among other names by developers smoothly, creators can set up some of their assets into public liquid pools, then stand ready to make a trade with exchange. Meteora says it allows creators to mint a meme coin and earn fees for life. The exchange also receives fees. Ben Chow, the Meteora co-founder, said in a Telegram chat that he did not know anything about the team behind the token. In response to a question on how Meteora was involved with the launch, he said, I didn't connect with the team precisely. He added that the team reached out to his co-founder, who's known only as Meow. Reuters could not reach Meow.
You should have said Reuters could not reach Meow right now. That was such a long
Fees on Meteora vary during spells of market volatility. This website says with surge pricing in place, the fees rise with demand. Between January 17th and January 30th, the three wallets earned fees of $86 million through these activities on Meteora. Okay, Marble Science estimated. Chain analysis, assessed to create an earned value from the trading period. A third blockchain analyst firm was trying to request that it not identify so the January coin earned roughly 100 million in fees.
Dude, we need to make a crypto coin. We just need to be like, listen.
Adam 22 did it.
How much did it make?
I don't know. Didn't you guys?
Damn. 100 million in fees. You don't even have to do anything.
Well, we're also probably not as popular.
We can add utility. You can.
Oh, yeah. So.
Okay. You're going to revolutionize the blockchain.
Wait, hold on one. So when something is listed, guys, on like Coinbase, is Coinbase the one like doing the coin, or is Coinbase providing like a throughput to like Meteora, like another exchange?
Meteora is like its own Coinbase, I think, and people. I'd have to read into this. It's all like so weird, like liquidity tools. That reminds me of something like Reddit talked about or something. It's like people put in US dollars, and the idea is there's money right away to buy or something along those lines. Fuck me, I don't know enough about it. Article Pirate News. Yeah, you need to go over that article. You keep skipping it.
I'm working on it. That
means no.
I got a lot of things to read. Okay.
But
you can get the coin in your wallet upon request. Transfer the coin in the Coinbase.
Okay, Trump Gaza. God, that's insane that he posted this. And it's still up. Macron humiliates Trump. Do you think he actually humiliated Trump?
Against all of those who have been paid for, but not by Ukraine, by Russia, because they wasn't one to aggress.
Again, just so you understand, Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No, in fact, to be frank, we paid 60% of the total defaults, and it was through, like the US, loans, guarantee, grants, and we provided real money. We have the negotiation we will have with Russia, they're ready to give it to us. Super. It will be loan at the end of the day.
Him putting his hand on Trump's leg, and being like, "Excuse me, but you're fucking lying." Yeah, Trump's never getting invited back to the White House.
That was it? The last time?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, well, rip. Macronioni. Okay, what is this? Is that the basketball team? No.
Yeah. LeBron is the best player in the NCAA. Yeah.
No, that's like the women's basketball team, right?
Oh, maybe.
No. NBA. What am I? No, that's the WNBA.
Just comply to me.
Oh no, NAACP is the basketball one, right?
Nice.
That's good, but I understand Maine.
You're such a fucking
Maine,
cunt.
the governor of Maine? Are you not going to comply with it? We are the federal law.
This is like shit.
Yeah,
Like,
no shit. He's crazy.
I am the law.
He's talking to governors right now. These
Yeah.
are governors, yeah. Yeah, and that's you know.
Better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way,
I don't know if he can do that either, can he?
Nope. Not supposed to be able to, no.
Like, are we going to have a point where states are like, you know, we're not fine, fuck it. Like, if California is like, all right, fuck you, we're not giving any money to the federal government then. What now? Like, a lot of these states are like way more.
I wonder who does enforcement for paycheck garnishment if you don't pay your taxes to the IRS. I wonder if the states cooperate on that. Because how crazy would it be if California's like, oh, we're not going to get any federal funds? Okay, well, not only are we a sanctuary like city, you know, LA, San Francisco, whatever, for illegal immigrants, we're going to be a sanctuary state for federal income tax. So
I'm moving to California.
Yeah,
baby. Let's
imagine
go.
that. Holy fuck. No federal income tax. If the IRS wants to garnish your wages, they can go talk to Wells Fargo themselves and figure it out. We're not enforcing that shit here. But I have no idea how much like state cooperation is even needed for that.
This whole, like, it's going to get fucking crazy out there. Yeah. Here's the real thing. Like, I know we joked about it last episode. Is the IRS actually doing audits anymore?
I imagine there's going to be some level of like work that carries on regardless. But I mean, like, you know, one of the dumbest, saddest things that the IRS does?
No.
Do you know who gets audited the most as a group of people?
Oh, I think it's like middle class people, right?
I think it's poor people.
Like really poor people?
I think so, because I think that the way that they
well, there's more of them.
No.
Well,
do you know what the but do you know what the earned income tax credit is? Basically, if you're working, you get money back from the federal government, and if you have a kid, you get a lot of money back. But I think that there's a provision on the earned income tax credit. It's it pays a ton of money to a ton of people, where like they have to audit like a percentage of people that get the earned income tax credit. So there's a whole bunch of federal government people. Imagining auditing some dude who's earning like $34,000 a year.
Yeah.
Like you're fighting for your life as the federal government to get like an extra $274 in federal income tax.
I mean, they would probably. Man, it's so stupid that we're doing this.
Because Republicans are so obsessed with the talking point of like poor people lying and stealing money from the government and shit. But it's just like, yeah.
All right, the rest of this is just so insane.
The way your population, even though it's somewhat.
This is Maine, I think, by the way. I would also treat Maine like shit. I'd be like, hey, Maine, who fucking asked? Go back and make some fucking maple syrup. Shut the fuck up. Or is that Vermont? That's what I'd say. Is that Vermont? You know what? Fuck Vermont too. That's what I'd say. Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, all y'all, shut the fuck up. Be happy that you're here. That's what you say to them.
Liberal, although I did very well there. And your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply, because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
This guy is like, well, what's going on here? It's like, awkward.
State, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And
you know what? What's stopping these governors like to be more popular? And if you're in like a Democratic state, I mean, I guess Maine is a little bit on the middle. Just be like, fuck you, bitch ass motherfucker. You know, just if you say that, like, what are they gonna do? Like, there is no like, oh, we're voting you out type of thing. You would have to have, like, what percentage of Democrats and Republicans, like, to get rid of a senator, you need 2/3, right?
So like impeach a senator?
Yeah, to get rid of a senator, yeah.
I don't even know what the process is like for that. Can you do that?
You must be able to.
Impeach? I know you can like remove them from all their committees and stuff.
Yeah, but like getting rid of them completely. Is it 2/3?
Wait, I have no idea. Can you impeach it? I must be able to. You must be able to.
Yeah, and it has to be more than 51%.
But also, senator isn't the governor. I don't think the federal government can do anything to the governor.
Really?
The governor's the president of their states. They're like, fuck you. They're big dogs.
Really?
It's the governor of a state. Hell yeah.
Huh.
There might be laws in a state that allow you to like vote to like recall a governor or some.
Yeah, there is that, because we've heard of that before.
But the federal government should be totally separate from the state governments there. Otherwise, that'd be wild. But the biggest issue that you have to deal with when it comes to fighting Trump is like, think of an example that sounds like Kelly Jean, but not her. The problem with Trump is that Trump can talk and command media forever. And if you're an ordinary, especially, no offense to these guys, a boomer, an actual boomer, like...
Trump is older than a baby boomer, isn't he?
He might be right on the older... Well, he's not... Wait, no, before the boomers, was it like the silent generation or whatever?
When was that? When did baby boomers start?
Boomers were people born from people that came back from World War II, I think, right?
Yeah, like Trump is old enough that he would have. No, he wouldn't have been serving. Well, he was born in the year.
I think he's born in the 46.
Okay,
so early boomer. But the if you fight with Trump, now you are like an ordinary adult governor who's running your state, and now Trump is attacking you 24/7 along with all of his sycophants and using them to use social media. It's like an impossible battle. Like you're fucked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but they must be like kind of. Wait, hold on. Whatever, banana pounds are going up in prices. Okay, if you're not in the U.S.,
they should have. Oh, so now on Steam, I'm gonna have to pay sales tax on my knife. I
think you already do.
Do you?
Yeah, I think you already pay tax on purchases. In game. On stuff.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Steam tax.
No, he's saying like if you want to buy a foreign-made game, there's going to be a tax on that now. So when you want to go buy Rust, because that's made by a bunch of fucking British motherfuckers, it's going to cost 30% more. There's going to be a 30% tax if you want to buy that game. Yeah.
Remember the golden small period of time back when Legends of New Age, and there was no sales tax on things bought online? Oh my god.
And then it was also with Amazon. Remember Amazon was fighting as well.
But
there was certain states. There were certain
few states implemented it already.
Yeah, like still, by the way, in New Hampshire, there is no sales tax. So if you have like a house in New Hampshire, you can literally buy anything you want in the entire world online. And I think you don't pay sales tax. Thanks. Well, maybe it's only if you buy. No, sorry, it must be if you only buy from New Hampshire businesses inside of New Hampshire that you don't pay tax.
Somebody said it's the opposite. It's an investigation into the EU digital services tax as a catalyst for retaliatory tariff moratorium. Okay, I don't know if it's tax.
Sounds annoying though. Dealing with taxes online is one of the most.
Now!
This is fucking crazy. This is crazy. I mean, unless he's joking. But he's not joking.
The problem is that even if he was joking, all those people say, but then if he actually does the thing, they'll say, who cares? Even who cares if he was joking? And then everybody will remember it. So it never matters.
Okay. Let's talk about Hassan Piker versus Ethan Klein. I love it.
Love this opportunity to duke it out, okay? There are YouTube video compilations. You think that like people are aggressive and actually helping the algorithm? I promise you. Yes, I'm a grown okay, and it's stupid.
You either need to beat this motherfucker doing yes money, or you need to give me the fucking power to do it. No. You wouldn't stand for it, so I shouldn't have to stand for it. Okay?
Sounds like a totally good argument.
You're a motherfucker. You know that?
You're being the 20% of the population.
I am being the 20%. I'm trying to stub my toe and you're laughing at me. Fuck you. People dying right now. It has to be. Right? Yep. I have a problem for
Some of it is not. But if you're exclusively interested in the drama of it all, there is a million things that he has in his background that people have fucking regularly garnered millions of views over. Do you think I don't know how to fucking make a video like that? Of course I do.
I don't think actually Hassan does. His YouTube kind of eats shit for the most part, right?
Well, he just doesn't do prepared content, yeah.
Yeah, like I think he
But he used to with the Young Turks, right?
Well, with bro tips? Yeah.
And the other whatever other programs he did there. I don't know how much he scripted for that.
I don't know. Like him going after Ethan seems so stupid. Like this guy is admitted to paying for sex multiple times. Like there's no way. I don't know. Like going after Ethan, someone who's been married as long as I have. Like
well, these are just memes for his audience, right?
I guess. Old ass fucking balding prostitute paying motherfucker, creepy dude. Look at him.
Plenty of others who do that. Okay. The reason why I don't do that is not because I'm some incredibly moral person who's above it all.
We know.
Even though I do think there is, you know, I don't care to entertain this kind of shit. Okay. The reason why I don't do that is because I'm not a fucking drama content creator.
What? You gotta fucking deal. These fucking emotes, they need to be dealt with.
Hey, they're talking about what Hassan is saying.
No, they're not. They're not yes honeying Hassan.
They are.
I know where the yes honey is
No,
going.
they're yes honeying Hassan.
It isn't going to fucking Hassan.
It is.
It's going over here.
They're saying yes honey Hassan while he makes the same excuses. That's what they're doing right now.
No, they're not. They're not. For every yes honey, we're gonna spend an extra 10 minutes on this. Okay? I don't care. Good. There we go. Read it out loud. Read what he says. Read it.
Go. You got him.
No, you do it. I want you to read it like Hassan reads it too.
My voice is.
Go ahead.
I'm not reading it like Hassan. Go read it.
You can't read it like Hassan is what you're saying? You don't know how?
I don't.
You have no ability to do it.
Nope.
Like he's reading off a piece of paper?
Yep.
I'm not a drama content creator. I've stayed silent on Ethan since I said I'd rather talk in person. He can't handle a back and forth. That's why he said cries on Instagram stories where you can only see replies. That's why he deletes comments and bans subs and tries to dox Predators. Coward.
Nice.
Okay.
He hit him up with the IG story.
Oh,
They're fighting
wait.
across multiple platforms now.
Hold on.
Not only do they actively brigade shit, but then they also, he literally, they forced the fucking journalist to go private after writing an article about me because Ethan Klein posted on his Instagram story.
We forced the journalist to go private? Who? Which one?
Probably, I don't know. Did somebody Ethan Klein mention on an Instagram story? I don't know who.
Oh, it's probably one of the fucking simps. I think it was that Luke Winky motherfucker that did like the ultimate glaze. The funny thing is they edited this article and there's no note that they did it. And it's like the most like, what did it say? It's like he's unashamedly liberal and they removed that afterwards.
Oh, it was the title. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the title. And they just removed it. No mention of that otherwise because this guy's a fucking like cum guzzling hack for fucking Hassan.
Damn.
Like, I don't know when you, yeah.
After writing an article about me because Ethan Klein posted on his Instagram story like a goddamn coward again, okay, crying about a positive article that came out about me on Slate. Ridiculous.
There's a lot of pause here.
What's he pausing for?
He's waiting to see if someone says something.
I know he worked with Dan Saltman, Sex Pestinies, doxing Brigadier General.
Brigadier General.
That I have moved up the ranks from just a lonely enlisted to the Brigadier General of the Hezbollah Brigades, the most elite units.
What is Brigadier General? What rank is that?
That's as high as you can go until you're actually in full-blown war, and then you can be, it's like commander of the armed forces. That's when you get 5 stars.
Damn.
That only happens very rarely.
Okay.
How do you know who I'm working with? What are you in my walls, Hassan?
Brigadier General.
He really believes in that, like that Hezbollah Brigades thing that has like fucking 100 people. He's like, this is where it's all happening.
Every time you see somebody walking around with a mask, yeah, he's not sure.
For his nuke, and that's why it was dog shit and it fucking flopped.
First off, I think that nuke was like phenomenally successful. It got like 4 million views, a fuck ton of upvotes, and now whenever you go on someone's show, you're getting fucking destroyed because of it. That's why he's coping, basically, right?
Sounds like it.
Diddy Dan.
Damn.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, have fun suing Reddit mods, dude. I'm sure that'll make people like you.
As he copes
He got the
about
views though. Come on,
YouTube
dog. His
commenters.
fucking Keemstar nuke was like 6 million.
And this one's only 4. And
He
it's-
literally activated his inactive channel to try and, you know, farm more people to the fucking cause. All he did was remind people that they were subscribed to his old channel.
Damn.
And then subsequently unsubscribe. Cried about me not watching his fucking content puke.
Dude, he's actually like I'm seeing it now. Like he's actually fucking triggered as fuck by this.
Yeah, no shit.
Like no, like he's really triggered by
Yeah,
this.
it's a thing that keeps coming up. He doesn't like it when anybody else gets attention that's being negative on him. He has no response to it because it's politics. For him to respond honestly to it, he'd have to drop the mask. Yeah, it's a pretty frustrating position to be in.
After all is said and done, I still wish
Now.
Ethan won. I want him to get better because
This fucking line, like I feel like he should really take some time off and take his mental health
I
better.
think that there is still a kind individual deep down inside. Okay? But I think that
So and crazy.
And obviously, like, not for, like, again, Ethan is, I said to myself, Ethan's a big content creator. Content nuke is mostly, like, on his own. Why not just demolish Ethan by arguing with Ethan over those things? Like, he can just destroy him.
Yeah, but he can't because that like the whole thing. If you went through that nuke, like there's like such minor inconsistencies that you can find, and it's like they don't even matter. It's like in the nuke, he says like, like the Houthi soldiers like are like
But yeah, Hassan is the mask on for like his mainstream audience, so he can never stop anybody. But Hassan is like it's like all the time. So they just have this drama basically. This is what Ethan doing, whereas Ethan is just drama.
Now.
Is he being serious? He's fucking right? Clancy must be on the phone with this motherfucker the second he did it.
He was right to the written rule. Now, the written rule which is actually quite extreme, but they don't enforce it all the time. Yeah. He's right to parts, but it's like you can't even look at stuff, even if you're covering it negatively. And that is true.
Yeah, but he did this like...
No, I know, but that's 2 days ago. So obviously, you get enforces when it's from the left. So.
but not just like the Ansar Allah musical about the Saudi song National Liberation, Viet Cong.
Why didn't they do one about the, was it the Young Turks? That's one they could do, right? What happened over there with that whole situation with Turkey? You know?
I don't know, the Armenia people, a lot of them were running away.
Armenia. I don't remember. I'm not familiar with those people.
Probably not that bad. Maybe it was the Turks or the Kurds.
Huh.
That was maybe it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You think that those guys will make it to the tier list he's talking about?
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Put some Americans in there as well, because I've done it before. I've done a whole stream with Boy Boy where it was all propaganda videos. No one talks about it for some reason. Why? Because it's not. I'm sure that if Sex Pestini's community fucking turned around and made a video about that, a lot of people would focus on that.
Why did he? I don't know. The guy.
Okay, they simply said.
I like how you said that when like there's tons of context for things. Society never explains anything when they say.
No, it's out of context. And then the fucking slave ancestors are like, oh yeah, we have always taken out of context. And it's like, okay.
And you're over and
it doesn't matter, motherfucker. You ain't allowed to show on stream even if you're denouncing it. How stupid are you, you dumb fucking... God.
Somebody asked what Woods is saying. The Houthis, I think, was the name of Woods' family. Al-Houthi, I think? I don't know if I made that up. But now the Houthis tend to go by Ansar Allah as like the name of the group officially. I think it's called Worshippers of God or Followers of God or something. But that's like the official name of the Houthis. So he likes to say that sometimes it can sound very authentic.
apparently the biggest funders of the IRA was the USA. Excuse me, that was not a sad thing.
Give the crazies all of California to already land with fruits and nuts. Yeah, we can give them California. I'm fine with that. They can live in LA.
Amaranth says that the LGBTQIA plus activist shown here should have been during the LA fire. What?
Obey me! It has been 1 month since Southern California exploded in a fierce fire towards the Palisades and beyond. Just 2 hours later, on the other side of LA County, another deadly fire breaks out. The Keaton Fire crews race across Altadena and Pasadena. The two fires start more than 37,000 acres. Structures and cost 29 people their lives.
That sounds like you're written a little bit, huh?
I would say not even remotely close, but...
What, your Rittenhouse one was worse? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I guess if you think people living in an area that's prone to being caught on fire is the same as people who are committing arson, then I guess...
Oh wait, which one? I don't know. Right, got it. Yeah, well, I guess you have to say I disavow. Anyways, Casey says, I can't wait for her to start the horse festival. She just needs to save up a few more million before she can do it. Once a grifter, always a grifter. And to this, Amaranth says, okay, when I start a farm, you can be my first cow. That is a fucking good one. That is a good one.
God, I hope he's milking her.
And you know Casey Tron is doing the it's fine right now.
Receiving.
Huge, bigly. Because
we got people that keep posting a crash out in the chat. Or I go try and juice stalker.
we're not doing this. No, I'm not, like, you gotta stop. It has to stop. And if that's giving us some drama, okay, no. I'm focused on the song and dancing right now, okay? This is more important to me. I don't care. No, I don't give a fuck. We already saw that. Did you see the video that?
Yeah, it was like a 9-minute one, right?
Yeah.
He's accused me of being racist, and that to me is
why so. Okay, first of all, I don't think I need to accuse Evil Klein of being racist. You have said and done a lot of racist shit, big dog. You are currently defending an apartheid state that is...
Is he even doing that?
Yeah, if you're against the destruction of Israel, then you're in favor of that of the Palestinian. And pro-apartheid.
That's just it. So he's like... Hassan's such a... Like, Ethan is like fully cucked out to Palestinian side, right? Like, he's like, guys, can we just stay here a little bit, please? Would that be okay? Like, that's his position. Like,
yeah.
Like the most, I don't want to say soy, but like it's like as far left as you can go on a position, right?
It's not even close to as far left as you can go, but yeah. He's...
Oh, okay, fair. Sorry, you know what I mean. Right, yeah. Well, as far left as you can go while still saying like, can the Israelis stay, basically?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing it by attacking every fucking pro-Palestinian content creator. That in and of itself, before we get to the fucking M-word compilation, which, by the way, ironically, he used like my bro tips videos to be like, oh, the gloves are off, dude. There is literally a metric ton of horrifying things that this dude has done, including without limited to the Boston bombing thing that I saw recently, which is so psychotic. I'm not gonna fucking play it, okay?
The fuck is he talking about?
It is shocking.
Yes.
Shocking that bro tips videos, exactly. It's like videos that I've literally addressed 1,000,000 times over.
Is that all it takes? You just address it 1,000,000 times over and then you're good to go?
Why didn't you do that for your...
But the problem is not addressing it about it. The problem is Hassan has never addressed any of it because he won't actually talk about any of it.
Oh.
He says he's addressed it by saying that it was a lie or taken out of context, but he has never... That's why one person needs to ask Hassan, like, why not just explain one time, like, what is out of context? But he said it a million times, it's all out of context, so...
Yeah, it's out of context. I can't explain the context because it's out of context.
True.
And he turns around and he's like, yeah, those videos. Yeah, dude, I learned. I was fucking 21, by the way. You were like 30 when you were saying... You were my age when you were fucking doing N-word compilations.
When you were... Oh, my God. Hassan, like, when he was putting...
Wait, how old is Ethan again? Is he even 40 yet?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's like 39 or 40. He's got to be, right? Because he's been married or been with his wife for like 20 years.
I don't know. Oh, somebody said 39. Okay. Nice.
Okay. Oh my God, there's so much.
He was my age when he... Jesus. And Hassan is what, 34?
Hassan is like 54. I don't know why he keeps telling that lie. And people are like literally buying it up. You can go online and see Hassan's real age. He just turned 54. He just turned 54 in January.
Unreal.
Like, he does this whole meme like he's not, but no way. Okay, this is. Oh wait, hold on.
Of 4
he laughs.
Israeli hostages, 2 of them children, on stage. An offensive propaganda message, blaming prime.
Offensive propaganda message.
Fuck me, dude. I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna make you guys go through all this stuff. Okay, it's round 30, as they say.
I've been doing YouTube specifically in the PC building space now for over 13 years. Wow. Anyway, and a lot of stuff has changed in that amount of time. So I figured I'd do a video today kind of talking about the good old days and where we are today and what exactly has changed in the meantime. This only might be interesting to anyone that's kind of new to the PC space, but trust me when I say a lot has happened in the last decade alone.
Hey, Day. 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 What? We got work to do.
Yeah, I'm playing World of Warships.
Feast on flesh.
World of Warships is the free-to-play naval strategy game where you command the most iconic and famous warships from World War I and World War II, recreated with stunning detail and accuracy. Build your fleet while participating in various game types while upgrading your ship's arsenal along the way. New players who sign up using my link below will receive an exclusive starter pack to get you up and running quickly by receiving 7 days premium time, 1 million credits, 300 doubloons, and the Tier 5 premium ship, the Exile. So what are you guys waiting for? Start sinking ships with World of Warships by heading to the description below and getting your freebies. So we're gonna kind of go through each component and sort of talk about how much things have kind of changed. We're gonna kick that off obviously with CPUs. So I've got a couple of samples here of CPUs. Oh man, this is one of the areas where I think things have gotten extremely confusing for new builders and buyers though specifically because, you know, unless you go all the way back to like the Athlon XP era, Intel has been on top and just dominated across the board until recent years with the popularity of Ryzen. But the CPUs were smaller, there were smaller core counts, heck, hyper-threading was still new-ish kind of at the time, but things were much more simple. Like when it came to Intel, you had your i3, your i5, your i7, and you had maybe 2 SKUs of each one of those, which was usually a K SKU for overclocking and a non-K SKU for non-overclocking. And the highest tier model was like a 4-core, 8-thread type of CPU. And I remember back then it was like, whoa, you have 8 threads? What's it like to have an i7? Now fast forward to today and you can have well over almost 200 cores at the 8 threads in a consumer grade CPU. But it carries also a non-consumer grade price of like $5,000, $10,000 you get. But these are just absolute monsters of thread capability. So, but now, the crazy thing is I talked about Intel being on top for so many years, like the 7700K was king when it came to CPU, 8700K was like meh, 9700K and 9900K were just like the top dogs with gaming. Those were the CPUs to beat. They were the first CPUs to really be able to ship 5 gigahertz out of the box. I mean, people thought 5 gigahertz was never going to happen. Like, that was impossible. Now we are like scraping 6 gigahertz on almost all consumer models, including AMD. This is a 9800X3D, which is just over 5 gigahertz. Actually, it's about 5.2 to 5.3 gigahertz. But the 9950X on single thread can actually go up to 6 gigahertz. So not only have we broken the 5 gigahertz barrier, we've done it by having 32 threads. That is just crazy to think about. I mean, we are talking four times the amount of threads as the traditional king of the past. So when it comes to CPUs, though, unfortunately, that's kind of created a lot of confusion because you have now, with that much core scaling, whether you're talking about performance cores and efficiency cores on Intel, or you have your 3D V-cache CPUs on AMD that have different CCDs with different core frequencies and such, those all scale anywhere from still 4-core, 8-thread, all the way up to for Intel specifically, what, 24-core, 32 thread? And AMD having 32 threads now. And then you can scale that down in a bunch of chunks at a time. So now you have way more SKUs than we've ever had. We have up to i9s, now we have Core Ultras. It's starting to get a bit confusing. Now you kind of have to make your CPU choice based on what exactly you're planning on doing. Is it just a gaming PC? Is it a work PC? Is it going to be both? And it kind of leads to a lot of confusion. But that's also kind of exciting to see how far we've come when it comes to silicon quality and how much they've been able to actually shrink the process to fit more of those cores and threads inside a package that honestly hasn't grown by a lot. Now, obviously, when you talk CPU, you got to talk about memory as well. So memory has changed quite a bit. Obviously, I remember when SD-RAM was the thing. I'm like, I added 16 gigabytes. Well, no, I can't even think. 16 megabytes of SD-RAM. Anyway, moving on, DDR3 was huge. DDR4 was huger because there was no more. And the DDR5 is obviously where we are now. But man, back with DDR3, I mean, we were talking 1833 megahertz was like the speed. That seemed incredible because, I mean, 1333 was kind of what we were used to, and we're getting up to 1833, 1866, sometimes crossing 2000, but support for that on the CPUs and the motherboards was kind of hit or miss. But the RAM was also extremely small, like where you were getting anywhere between, you got 1 gig stick, you got 2 gig stick, 4 gig stick, and if you were a baller, 8 gig sticks. But now we're talking about huge capacities where you can go all the way up to 64 gig sticks on consumer grade without an issue. Or if we're talking about consumer grade ECC, if you're doing workstations and such and running like Record or Record Pro, now you can have 128 gig sticks. It's absolutely insane. But not only did the capacity increase, the speed along with it. I mean, now we have CU DIMM on DDR5. And that is for clocked DIMM. And it's crazy because now we're talking 8400 megahertz, 10,000 megahertz. I think some brands are even pushing 12,000 megahertz now, which is absolutely insane. So not only can you get incredible capacities, you also get insane speeds to go along with it. But it's crazy to think about how far RAM has actually come. If you're going to have a very fast CPU, you are going to want to pair it with fast RAM because you don't want that to become your bottleneck. Now, what I'm showing you right here was actually considered a high-end motherboard back in 2012. This is actually a 970FX, not even a 990. You could have gotten 990FX, but this is a 970FX performance, as you can see, Fatality Edition from ASRock. This was a baller board. It had all of the overclocking features. It had all of the RAM. It had all of the overclocking features. It had the faster chipset stuff. It still had a PCI slot, which is kind of like AMD held onto the PCI slot even through some of the early Ryzen era, which is kind of weird. But anyway, obviously supported SLI, supported Crossfire. This in here right now is my 8370FX processor, which was like crazy back then. I never went with like a 9950 or 9950. We go full circle. But the highest end CPU you could get back then from AMD was actually the 9590, which was the first consumer CPU that advertised being shipped at being able to touch 5 gigahertz. Unfortunately, the process was kind of slow and old and still built on Bulldozer and Excavator and all that and just did not perform that great, which is what led to Ryzen today. But this, we're talking, it was like a $200 board. And back then, people were like, oh my gosh, who would spend $200 on a motherboard? Because $80 boards, $90 boards, that was all you needed. Enter today. These guys. And I'm not just Asus, but motherboard brands in general have just started to increase the cost slowly and exponentially over time. Big beefy VRAM coolers, as you can see, LCD screens or OLED screens built in, quick release like M.2 covers and crap. I thought this one is quick release. Oh yeah, wait, there we go. There, quick release M.2 coolers and such. Weird retention systems to hold down graphics cards, armor on the back. It's kind of funny, one of the reasons why this became a thing was if you look at some of the, ow, poked.
I told you,
I picked that up by the
old ones hurt more.
by the pokey, well, obviously all the parts are placed down and then soldered on the backside. So some of those solder joints and the parts that poke through the PCB could be a little long. I think I'm gonna start bleeding here in a second. And sometimes they could touch a case and cause grounding issues or short issues, and then you would start having stability issues, or sometimes the death of parts because of the back of the motherboard touching things. So stuff like this started getting introduced just to make sure that could never happen. Other than that, it doesn't really serve a purpose. You can't see it. It doesn't actually cool anything on the backside. It's just sort of a layer of protection between the motherboard and the rest of the board. But anyway, things got extremely expensive, obviously, with more robust chipsets, more M.2 slots, more features built in, 10G NIC, Wi-Fi 7 built into motherboards now. Like Asus is known to have like their DIM.2 stuff, which would put the NVIDIA needs up close to the CPU in a more direct lane, but this board doesn't particularly have it. Multiple USB-C ports, multiple USB 3 ports, 75 fan headers, crap like that, which is how you get motherboards that cost $1,000 today. Which in the era of this guy would have been the cost of the entire tower at $1,000. So when it comes to coolers though, you have to use your imagination. This one isn't actually that old. This is the Vantex 240 or NPH, the miles per hour, we like to call it. It's a 240 AIO, just fits 220 millimeter fans. I show this because this would have been considered pretty standard, if not big for the time. 360s didn't exist. 120s are what most people were putting on their CPUs, and they would plug them into the back exhaust fan area and leave regular fans on top of their case. But there was only a handful of players out there. Most of them were either running some sort of Asus rebrand, because Asus had the patent on full-face design. You had the Corsair H100, which was extremely popular back then. No RGB, none of that. It just literally, like this guy, had a single cable that plugged into your motherboard, and it was controlled off the regular fan header. So when 240s came out, like the joke kind of was, I think Phil said, whoa, you must have an i7. Because you would need to cool 100 watts back then. Seems like a lot. One thing we forgot to mention on the CPUs is those guys like that were controlled well over 600 watts from the socket. Anyway, so this doesn't really cut it that well today. I mean, yeah, you can run modern CPUs on a 240, but air coolers have improved too, to the point to where they kind of made the 240 obsolete. But Intel entered the chat and said, hold my 253 watt beer and see how well you can cool this guy. Well, that's why companies like Arctic have come out with these chunguses. This is a 420 millimeter by 47 millimeter, I believe, thick radiator. This guy's just a friend. She swears. This is you over here like... But the thing is, this is not that uncommon now. More brands are starting to support 420 millimeter radiators, which is 3 140 millimeter fans, because of the increased power and heat that modern CPUs are generating. Even a CPU like the 9800 X3D, which is only about 130 watts, there's more to the story than just the watts the CPU pulls to actually be able to control the heat. And you want to keep something like the 3D V-Cache design as cool as possible, so you definitely want to step the cooler up to the biggest cooler you could fit in your case, in my mind, because of the fact that there's no such thing as too much cooling, but there's definitely such thing as too little. So to see, I wish I had a 120 to compare it to, because I'm telling you, 120, it was like the H50i is what the Corsair was at the time. They would cost about $70 back in the day, and that was all most people needed. And they were better than almost any of the air cooler designs that were out. Sans Noctua, because Noctua's been around a long time, but they were always very expensive. So most people would go, well, I'm gonna spend my time and money, I'd rather get a water cooler. But the water coolers too, they didn't have the lifespan that air coolers did, because air coolers had no moving parts. They just had the fan, that was it. They don't tend to wear out as long as you keep holding the heat pipe to the vapor chamber. So You can just change the fan if that ever started to rattle or started to go bad. AIOs have gotten more reliable over the years, though. Back in the day, there was no way to refill them, there was no way to service them. In fact, back then, they were doing a pretty terrible job of filling them to the factory, as far as I was concerned, so they were starting to prematurely die after about 2 to 3 years at the most. But now a lot of AIO companies are starting to include fill ports and actually support being able to keep it topped off over time, as some of the fluid will evaporate through the tubing no matter what material is used. As Malcolm said, nature finds a way. Okay, so let's talk about storage. 10 years ago, if SSDs were a thing, SATA SSDs, but most people were still running some sort of a spinning platter drive, whether we're talking about 5,400 RPM, 7,200 RPM, or if you were super rich and super baller, you might have had a 10,000 RPM Raptor drive. Or you had 2 of those in RAID, which was just insane, because you could have gotten something like 500 megabytes a second read write. That is crazy for a spinning drive, if you think about it. And then SATA SSDs came in. 2.5-inch drive, about the same exact size as a notebook model, and they made them that size so they could support it in notebooks. But these had capacities that started in the gigabytes. 128 gigabyte, 240 gigabyte. This is a 480 gigabyte Crucial model right here. This is the BX500. The only issue with the SATA 6 gigabit per second is the fact that it capped out at right around 550 megabytes per second. And that was the limitation of the interface itself and the entire SATA platform and the way that it was able to transfer data. That 6 gigabit the 6 gigabit per second was the limiting factor, not necessarily the NAND or the controller on board. But the capacities continued to grow and grow and grow, and you could get SATA drives up to 4 terabytes even in recent past. But you had to have a big clunky power connector going to it. You had to have a SATA connector going to it. The plastic on SATA connectors on SATA drives are fairly brittle, so if you mounted it in your system, you start cable managing and you pulled too far on it, it would easily snap it. And it really kind of sucked. And trust me, as somebody that's done that multiple times, I then would have to get it lined up just right so it works and then like tape it down so it couldn't move. I've broken plenty of SATA connectors on accident just by getting a little bit too handsy in the install process. But if you had a SATA drive 10 years ago that was an SSD and it was anything over like 480 gigs or even a terabyte, that was just, you were spending big money on your system because you were like pulling out all the stops. Now this right here is a T500 Crucial Gen 4 NVMe SSD, 2 terabyte variant. You can get them 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte, and they're actually fairly economical given their speeds and their capacity. So this is a Gen 4 and it caps out right around 7,500 megabytes per second. Put that in comparison to if you swept up from a 550 megabytes per second up to basically 7.5 gigabytes per second on this. There's no power lines you have to run to it, no power cables, no data connection. It goes right into the motherboard, it slots right in the motherboard. That's why we talked about more expensive boards now have lots of slots and you can add more capacity without necessarily having to buy a large drive. It is good to get a nice large drive though. But let's say Gen 4 7,500 megabytes per second is not enough. That's why the 705 is pretty nuts from Crucial. I'm actually running one of these in my system. This is the limited edition. It's actually a 14,500 megabytes per second read. We actually did a test on that, and you get every bit of that, which is absolutely insane. 14.5 gigabytes per second. This alone, when we talk about how far things have changed in the last decade, this alone is what I feel like wakes people's older computers up more than anything, is by just throwing in an SSD. Even this guy, if you're still running a spinning drive with an operating system on it, think about it. Your system, your Windows install, and your drive, and any programs you're running all have to share that needle. That needle that is seeking on that platter to find the data, it has to be shared. And if the data is stored on different parts of that platter, that has to wait until that part of the drive is actually synced to serve the information that is being asked for by the CPU or the program or whatever is asking for that information. But SSDs are able to do that extremely fast because they are solid state. So solid state drives, in my opinion, are the biggest improvement, the biggest consumer-friendly, forward-facing technology we've seen come out at a price that is very, very, in my opinion, price to performance that makes the most sense. So this right here is actually a GTX 1650 MSI. It's obviously a few generations old. The fact that it even starts with a G and not an R. But you know what? Back 10 years ago, this was the standard size of a graphics card. In fact, the 1650 mid-range, actually entry-level mid-range when it comes to graphics, was more than enough that people needed because graphics games at the time were not extremely demanding. Sure, you had your titles out there like Crisis and other titles that would absolutely just wreck your system if you weren't building one for it. That really came down to poor game engine optimization and hardware. Even some hardware today even has a hard time running Crisis if it's not higher-end hardware, believe it or not. Anyway, moving on, the size of the graphics card is pretty standard. It has a single 610 PCI Express, which is really cute to think about most of those standards. But you might have slightly bigger models that might have an 810 and a 610, 2 810, maybe even 3 810. This is an RTX 4080, which isn't even the highest end model that we could have grabbed today. As you can see, this is the Strix. It is a bit excessive, if you will. So one of the things that's changed over the last 10 years is how big graphics cards have gotten to try and tame the amount of heat that starts making their way into the graphics card. And the 4080 is a 320 watt TDP. It doesn't need a big cooler like this. But what a lot of graphics card companies have started doing is because of 4080 and now the new 90 tier cards, and I say new, only the last 3 generations have we had 90 tier cards, right? These used to be called Titan farther back, but now we have the 3090, 4090, 5090 being big, giant, power-hungry cards. Because the 4080 was so close to it in terms of price, they would just design the PCBs to be capable of taking the big cooler and just slapping it on the smaller card to sort of save tooling and manufacturing costs. So this one doesn't actually need to be this size. But I guess we could pretend it's a 4090 or even potentially a 5090, because what this has now done is the last couple generations of graphics card have really led to people needing to upgrade their case because they didn't fit in a lot of cases. So unfortunately, as the heat has gone up, so has the potential of problems. Like we know the melting connector issue that started with 4090 was obviously a disappointing era that is carried over into the 5090 even more so because they upped the power from 450 watts to 600 watts. Yeah, I think the quote that's been used is flying a little too close to the sun, quite literally. And this is really more of a depressing topic on this one because the graphics cards themselves, this is the most exciting part of a gaming PC, the graphics card. That's the part people nerd out over the most. And it's the bragging points, it's all of that. And graphics cards easily give you the biggest impact in your gaming performance. But lately they've been the biggest impact in your wallet and bank account and in potential damage. It's just kind of been, it's just kind of been a bit of a shit show, unfortunately, and that is where the current state of affairs are regarding graphics. If you haven't noticed, there's been a little bit of a trend in this video, and that's kind of talking about how most things have evolved into more expensive, more grandiose designs that really don't need to exist. Now they all came out of competition, right? Especially when we talked about the leapfrogging of CPUs and the Intel AMD battle, and the way that they were able to scale that up to outdo their competitor is add more cores and add more frequency. And what that means, more power draw, which now brings us into power supplies. But when we talk about power draw and such, it's easy to now have your costs get out of control pretty quickly, because now you're talking about needing extra cooling, you're talking about needing extra power, you need maybe a potentially bigger case or more case fans, and then the costs can easily start to get out of control really quickly. But one of the areas I think it's kind of fun to talk about is how small and efficient power supplies have gotten. This is a Corsair HX 100 or 1500i. It is a platinum rated 1500 watt power supply. This only exists for us because we have to test cards like the 4090 and the 5090 and all this super power hungry stuff. And no, they don't draw 1500 watts, but the higher end power supplies like this with the high power capacities are usually built to a better standard because that's the way they can reliably deliver that level of power. But SFX power supplies, this is actually a Silverstone 1200 watt platinum SFXL power supply. So to think about the fact that this little guy right here is pretty close to the power of this guy right here, it's nuts to think about. Because for years, the largest SFX power supply wattage that you could typically get was about 500, maybe 550. Then when the 650s came out, we were like, whoa. Then 750 and we were like, what is happening? And then it seems like it shot past the 1000 watt mark pretty quickly and easily, because as things progress, the quality and the size tend to shrink, just like the process in a CPU. The capacitors can get smaller, the VRMs can get smaller, the inverters get smaller, which allows the power supplies themselves to get smaller and more reliable, which means higher power capacity. So it's kind of fun to think about the fact that this is a 1200 watt SFXL power supply. And you can get 1000 watt SFX power supplies that are non-L, which are like an inch shorter than this.
I feel like it's always like subcultures of other things that have anime profile pictures of my thing.
Chair's fat shaming you.
So